Madhurya Lila Guna Rupa Nam. Shri Radhika Madhavayora Para Madhurya Lila Guna Rupa Nam. Pratikshana Swatana Lulupasya Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam. Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam. Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam. Nikunjayuno Ratikeli Sidyai Yayali Bir Yuktira Pikshaniyai. Nikunjayuno Ratikeli Sidyai Yayali Bir Yuktira Pikshaniyai. Tatrati Daksha Tati Balabhasya Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam. Sakshadarit Vena Samasta Sasraya Uktastatha Bhavyata Eva Sati. Sakshadarit Vena Samasta Sasraya Uktastatha Bhavyata Eva Sati. Hindu Prabhoya Priya Eva Tasya Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam. Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasado Yasya prasadan nagati kutopi. Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasado Yasya prasada nagati kutopi. Dayam stuvam stasya yasya sri sanjam Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam. Samsaradavanaladidaloka Tranaya Karunaganaganatvam Samsaradavanaladidaloka Tranaya Karunaganaganatvam Praptasya kalyana gunanavasya Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam
Hare Krishna. So it is 6:09 now. I think we can start. Sudhir Gopal Prabhu, what do you feel? Venkat Govind Prabhu, Madhara Gopal Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat.
Done.
Hare Krishna, we can start as you wish.
Yeah, I think we see 57 participants right now. I think we should begin. So Hare Krishna. Please accept my humble obeisances, all the wonderful devotees assembled here. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj Vyas Puja Maha Mahotsav ki.
Jai.
So it is our great fortune. It is our great fortune that we have assembled here today to celebrate the Vyas Puja, the supremely auspicious occasion of Vyas Puja of His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj. And I have been given this service by the instruction and mercy of all the senior devotees to be your host for today evening. So please bear with me in case I am not able to do some service properly. But I seek the prayers and blessings of all assembled Vaishnavas so that we all can together help each other remind ourselves about the glories of our Gurudev and also fill our hearts with absorption in his divine qualities and with a commitment to following his instructions nicely. So, yeah, anybody saying anything? Okay, so I think let's begin with short prayers. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swami Niti Namine. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण. So the schedule for today's program is going to be as follows. For next 5 minutes, we are going to quickly hear about the significance of Vyas Puja, and we'll try to make sure that we get into the right mood of celebrating this wonderful festival. Then around 6:20 or so, we will begin the offerings of various devotees. We had circulated a Google form in which all devotees had expressed their interest to offer their verbal offerings. So we'll be, and between today and 30th, we have divided, so that everybody can be accommodated. So there is a list ready for today. So based on that, I'll be taking names of 2-3 devotees in advance so that they can be online and they can be ready. Also, it's my humble request if everybody can come online and come on the camera, so that way it will appear as if we are all together at the same place. We can use technology that way and it will become more personal. So with this, I would like to just begin and share some thoughts about the significance of this thing which we are doing. Actually, in Kali Yuga, especially in today's time and age, our life is so fast. Morning to night, all of us are working hard. How morning begins, how night happens, and day after day is passing. Sometimes we may not realize that how supremely fortunate we are to have got connected to a bona fide guru. And days like Vyas Puja, our annual occasion, which we celebrate the appearance day of Srila Gurudev. And I had come across one nice shloka which I like to repeat very often. It says, Durlabham trayam evatad devanugraha hetukam manushyatvam mumukshatvam mahapurusha samshrayah. The shloka says, Durlabham trayam evatad. That means there are three very rare things. Durlabham trayam evaitad deva nugraha hetukam, which is only a result of Lord's mercy on us. There are three very rare things which are result of Lord's mercy on us. And it goes on to say manushyatvam, mumukshatvam, mahapurusha samshrayah. So manushyatvam means getting this human life. Mumukshatvam means having some desire to rise above this material existence, having some desire to get liberated out of the cycle of birth and death. That desire is very rare to have. As Krishna also says in Bhagavad Gita, Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschit yatati vittaye, like that. And third, which is very relevant in our connection, in our connection to our occasion today, which is Mahapurusha Samshraya. So this shloka says that to get a human birth, to get a desire to get liberation or to rise above the material existence and to get a shelter of a bona fide guru is a very, very rare, and we get this only by Lord's mercy. So indeed, getting connected to Gurudev is Krishna's supreme gift to us. And Srila Gurudev, in our life, he puts life in dead body. He knows the way, he shows the way, and he also walks the way or goes the way. So that is the great fortune which we have. So Vyas Puja is the most important day in the life of a guru's disciples and his aspiring disciples, and all of us, we have assembled here with that intent. So it is an opportunity. Vyas Puja is an opportunity for us for three four things. One, to intensify our absorption in him. It's a day, as I was saying, days pass by, we live very fast life, so sometimes we may not get exclusive opportunity to remember him, to contemplate on his qualities, to absorb in his glories, to glorify him, and to express our gratitude. Gurudev actually takes so much pain and takes so much inconveniences, goes out of the way for the benefit of all conditioned souls like us, to express our gratitude. And most importantly, we see this Vyas Puja as an occasion wherein we can renew our commitment to following Guru's instructions. So I was hearing that a bird, wants to fly high in the sky, but a bird can fly only as high as limited by its own capacity. So otherwise sky is like very high, unlimitedly high, but a bird can fly only till as much as bird's capacity allows. Similarly, guru's glories, guru's divine qualities, they are unlimited, but we all assemble together, and to the extent we have experiences, to the extent we have realizations, to the extent we have read or heard or associated, to that extent we try to glorify the guru. But no matter how hard we try, no matter how much we try, we'll always fall short, because guru's glories are unlimited and we are limited, but still we do our best to glorify, because it is for our own purification. Srila Prabhupada writes in Bhagavatam that how the secret of success in spiritual life lies in satisfying the spiritual master. And why that is so? Because we know Yasya Prasadat Bhagavad Prasado. So when a spiritual master is satisfied, then Krishna is satisfied. And we have to understand, and Vyas Puja is an occasion wherein we can contemplate on Guru's instructions. In addition to meditating on Guru's values, we have to also meditate on what Guru values. So while we all appreciate Guru's values, but we have to also ask ourselves, do we value what he values? And if we value what he values, and if we are very attentively hearing Guru's instructions, then we'll be able to fulfill and follow his instructions. And that is so important for our connectivity with Guru. I was hearing this point that a smartphone, all of us are carrying these phones in our pockets. A smartphone can have many apps in it, right? But then ultimate use of a smartphone, or a phone for that matter, is lies in its connectivity. Imagine you have a phone which has a lot of apps, but it is not connected, there is no signal, then the most important purpose of the phone is not served. Similarly, we may be doing many things, we may be doing many devotional activities as well, but the most important thing is that our connection with Guru and Krishna should become stronger and deeper through our day-to-day practice of Krishna consciousness. And we should actually come to the platform of carrying Guru in our heart. As we see in Srila Prabhupada's life, Srila Prabhupada says that he never ever felt separated from Guru. And this faith in the instructions of Guru is what propelled Prabhupada to do whatever he did. So celebrating Vyas Puja offers us an opportunity to contemplate on our connection with Guru and to resolve, to deepen that connection and to offer our deepest gratitude for the unlimited pains and inconveniences that Guru takes for our benefit. And what makes this occasion all the more wonderful and beautiful, when our fellow God brothers and God sisters and all the aspiring disciples, when they share their heart, their unique experiences, or their unique whatever reading, hearing they have done, their love and admiration for Guru, then our inspiration multiplies. It serves as a force multiplier. So with this small thought, for today about how Vyas Puja is arguably one of the most important, in fact it is the most occasion for disciples or aspiring disciples, because the connectivity with Guru is very very important. And to carry Guru in our heart, to meditate on Guru's glories, and most importantly to recommit ourselves to following the instructions which Guru holds very sacred, and to value whatever Guru values. So this Vyas Puja serves as that opportunity. So now I would like to, so what we will do now is, when we hear follow get brothers and God sisters sharing their heart, our love and admiration increases. So now what we'll be doing is, we'll be inviting devotees one by one to make their offerings. And by the way, there is another thing which we have been announcing on the group, that we are very very fortunate to have His Grace Murlidhar Prabhu and Her Grace Radharani Mataji joining us. I think they will be joining us in some time, if not already. And they are very very wonderful senior disciples of Maharaj. And when they join, I'll be introducing them as well. But till the time they join, we will begin our offerings. But however, before we begin offerings, I would also like to clarify some simple guidelines, not exactly guidelines, but I would say etiquette. First of all, I'll be taking names one by one. And when I'll be calling one name, as we always do, I'll also take a couple of names in advance, so that devotees can be ready and they can be prepared to come online on camera. And even otherwise, I would request everybody to keep your camera on. Whether you are making an offering or you are not making an offering, it'll be a good encouragement for everybody, and it'll be more like a family get together. So let's do that. Also, please try to restrict your offerings to 2 to 3 minutes, so that everybody gets a chance. And very importantly, when we are making our offerings, we should be mindful of two things. One, we should never minimize other gurus or acharyas. So when we are glorifying our guru, when we are glorifying Gurudev, we should make sure that we don't minimize or bypass the glories of preceding acharyas, or even the contemporary gurus and acharyas. We should not minimize them. And secondly, very importantly, our offerings should focus on glorifying divine qualities of Maharaj, the transcendental divine qualities of Maharaj, as against qualities at body level. Like once I was hearing in one of the Vyas Puja occasions, when His Grace Radha Gopinath Prabhu began with the significance of Vyas Puja and all that, he was telling that many a times we get carried away by, let's say, seeing certain austerities, or by seeing certain things which are, certainly coming from soul, but they have to be exhibited or manifested through body, right? And now sometimes a spiritual master may exhibit those, and sometimes spiritual master may not exhibit those because of age and things like that. So therefore, our focus should be on the divine and transcendental qualities, and not that much again on the qualities at the bodily level, though even they are glorious. So with this humble introduction, I would like to seek prayers and blessings of all devotees, so that we can have this wonderful Vyas Puja celebration as we have planned. Sudhir Gopal Prabhu, Venkat Govind Prabhu, Odag Prabhu, any of you have any other comments or suggestions before we begin and take offerings one by one?
You
I
can,
think we are on the right track and you can go ahead.
yes.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for your blessings. Hare Krishna, Vraj Gopika Mataji. Okay, so I was told that Aj Govind Prabhu is not available for making an offering. So we will begin with Shri Gaur Karuna Prabhu. And after Shri Gaur Karuna Prabhu, I think Santosh Prabhu was written. I'm not sure if that is Shri Gopinath Pran Prabhu. Odaraga Prabhu, is that Shri Gopinath Pran Prabhu?
No, Prabhu, this is another devotee.
Okay.
He's
So
also
Shri
not
Gaur
available.
Karuna Prabhu, Santosh Prabhu, and Shri Bhagwat Prabhu can be ready thereafter. So Shri Gaur Karuna Prabhu, please begin your offerings.
Hare Krishna. Dear Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to your divine service. On this auspicious day of your Vyas Puja, we offer our deepest gratitude for the extraordinary compassion and love you have shared with all of us. You are a beacon of light in this material world, guiding countless souls on the path of bhakti and selfless service. Throughout your words, action, and unwavering devotion to Srila Prabhupada and Sri Radha Gopinath, you have demonstrated what it truly means to live a life of surrender, humility, and compassion. Your teachings remind us of our greatest joy lies in serving Lord Krishna and his devotees. Your compassion for every living being inspires us to rise above our own limitations and strive to serve others selflessly. Maharaj, you are the embodiment of divine qualities. Your soothing words uplift the broken-hearted. Your smile brings joy to the downtrodden, and your unwavering faith strengthens those who waver in their spiritual journey. You have taught us that the true devotion is not just in rituals, but in the purity of our hearts and the sincerity of our intentions. On this most sacred day, we pray to become worthy instruments of your mercy. We pray to serve you and your mission with sincerity, enthusiasm, and devotion. Please continue to bless us so that we may walk on the path you have shown with courage and determination. Thank you, Guru Maharaj, for your endless care, love, and guidance. May we continue to receive your divine association, and may we always remain under your shelter, striving to assist in your mission to spread the teachings of Lord Chaitanya and Srila Prabhupada. Your servant, Sri Gaur Karnadas.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Shri Gaur Karna Prabhu. So when you were speaking about care, I got reminded of one thing which I heard from Chetan Chand Prabhu is one of his podcasts. Chetan Chand Prabhu was telling that he once went to Maharaj, saying that Maharaj, sometimes I think that my classes are too intellectual, but what to do? I'm not able to speak in any other way. So Maharaj, is that right? Is that wrong? Maharaj said, no, don't worry, it's fine. Krishna has gifted you with that. Just like Krishna has gifted Gaur Gopal Prabhu with humor, So, but as far as I am concerned, neither I have intellect like you, nor I have humor like Gaur Gopal Prabhu. But Krishna has gifted me with concern. And Maharaj, and then Chetan Chandru is telling that how Maharaj said that, I have deep concern. Krishna has gifted me with genuine deep concern for people. And with that deep concern, when I speak something, somehow it seems to inspire people. Like that Maharaj was telling. So thank you, Shri Gaurkanda Prabhu. So I would now request Santosh Prabhu to come and make his offering, and after that, Shri Bhagwat Prabhu can be ready.
Santosh Prabhu is not there, Puji. Shri Bhagwat Prabhu can
Santosh
go.
Prabhu is not there. Shri Bhagwat Prabhu, and after that, Smith Gopi Mataji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Can you hear me fine?
Yes, Shri Bhagwat Prabhu. I'll add spotlight on you. Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, can you hear me fine?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you for the opportunity. Yeah, dear Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to your divine grace on this auspicious occasion of your Vyas Puja. So Maharaj, this is today is a wonderful occasion, as already it's been mentioned in the introductory portion of the importance of Vyas Puja, because it gives us a chance to meditate on your teachings and qualities, and by doing so, it becomes very easy to see how every moment we can see as an opportunity to serve and grow, which you emphasize a lot through your personal example and also in lectures. So your humility, unwavering faith, and deep compassion for everyone inspires us daily. Your life is a living example of dedication to the mission of Srila Prabhupada, which we actually saw during a recent visit to Ultadanga Junction, where it was so wonderfully done, and the devotees were sharing how, of course, devotees on the ground did a lot of efforts to get it, but it was only through they were clearly saying it was through the prayers and persistence of Gurudev that it was possible. And later on also you were instructing so much on how to retain the original essence of the place and how that should be an uniting place for all the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. So that's really serves an example of how you have, how much love you have heart for, how much love you have for your spiritual master in your heart, just like what it was being shared earlier. So I just want to talk few qualities, like of course we all know that how you emphasize on humility as a foundation of spiritual life, because without humility only can completely uproot the false ego and can give us the bliss of devotional service. So I was hearing where in a lecture you were talking about how Lord Anantasesh, so he is actually carrying the whole planets on his head, He's doing so much service, but we are really not mindful of that aspect every moment. We really are not. I mean, actually, actual words are like this. He's so humble that people trample upon the head, dance and do everything. But but he's so humble that nobody even knows that he is there. And you are concluding that that should be the mood of our devotional service. We should offer all our services without people even knowing it. And this is how Anantashesh is offering his service, even though he is Bhagavan himself. So that is one point. And then another point, or quality rather, I would just want to meditate and just share is like, once devotees were asking Maharaj, how do we become determined in our to practice Krishna consciousness? So this one is something that really I want to meditate upon, because then you were saying that if we stay determined and chant out 16 rounds, it becomes possible to stay determined and to do anything in Krishna consciousness. So again, again, through a practical example, we see that even in yatras, you are coming every day to chant your rounds, and anyone can see when you are chanting your rounds, it's a bliss just to be there, and one can easily experience how our chanting also becomes so easy. Like when we are alone or we are away, we have to struggle to focus on our minds, but being in your association and chanting becomes so effortless, as if it's not at all a difficult activity. So, and finally, on service attitude, like I heard once, like you were told that Maharaj, because your health was not so good, so devotee said, Maharaj, you need to take a break. So then you are replying, which basically is emphasizing your service attitude and your ability or your intention to extend beyond what your body can offer. So you're saying, I'm already broken, but that doesn't make me to do anything less in serving others. So once again, as like everyone were sharing today, is a wonderful occasion to reflect on these qualities and to express our commitment again to follow these instructions and serve the mission that you have dedicated your life to. So please, in conclusion, I request you to please bless us so that we can also contribute in some small way, and also praying to Lordships to give you good health so that you can continue your services. Your aspiring servants, Sri Bhagavad Das, Radha Chandrika Devi Dasi, and Vrunda Kishore. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Over to you.
Thank you, Shri Bhagavad Prabhu. Smith Gopi Mataji is there online. Mataji, you can come, and after that, Chakrapani Krishna Prabhu can be ready.
Yeah, yes, Prabhuji. Thank you for the opportunity. So, all glories to Prabhupada, all glories to Gurudev. So, I bow down to the beautiful lotus feet of my spiritual master. Only because of you, Guru, I got this supreme holy name. So, Gurudev, you are very deep person and doesn't have superficial impression. Usually, all the crises happen in our life because our perfection is superficial. So, Gurudev, you are uncompromising because you have complete faith in spiritual principle. You went through such an unimaginable difficult and still you are very happy and enthusiastic. So I pray to Shri Radha Gopinathji to imbibe all this quality so that I can progress in spiritual life. Your main servant, Sita Gopi Devi.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for reminding Maharaj very clear, explicit emphasis on himself also setting a very high standards of sadhana and also expecting uncompromising sadhana. As Radhesham Prabhu many times put forward, he says that Maharaj expects uncompromising sadhana from his disciples. And once, somebody had asked Maharaj that, Maharaj, today is your birthday, what birthday gift we can give you? And Maharaj said, very famously, he said that if you want to give me any gift, you can please chant with faith, attention, and humility. That's what Maharaj said. Thank you, Smith Gopi Mataji. Chakrapani Krishna Prabhu, we're longing to hear from you. You can please come online. And after that, Yogesh Prabhu can be ready.
Hare Krishna, beloved Guru Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisances at your lotus feet. All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. With a heart full of gratitude, I offer my humble obeisances unto your lotus feet. I am deeply inspired by your profound understanding of the intricate truths of Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy and your unwavering commitment to the Parampara knowledge system. Your life exemplifies the ideal of a true follower of our exalted lineage, embodying the teachings of our great acharyas with such clarity and devotion. Your ability to seek the essence of every situation and remain blissful even amidst challenges serves as a beacon of hope and guidance for those aspiring to tread the path of Bhakti Yoga. Your focus on emphasizing the core principle of Bhakti Yoga amidst the possibilities of countless distractions has instilled in me the importance of staying anchored to the essence of devotional service. Guru Maharaj, I humbly seek your blessings that I may chant the holy names of the Lord with unwavering attention and heartfelt devotion as instructed by you and the Guru Parampara, that I may dive deeper into the ocean of Shastric teachings while remaining firmly aligned with the teachings and mission of Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Guru Maharaj, for your endless compassion, guidance, and inspiration. I remain forever indebted to your mercy. Your humble servants, Chakrapani Krishnadasa and Deepti.
Thank you, Chakrapani Krishna Prabhu. We have Yogesh Prabhu now. So Yogesh Prabhu can come online, and after that, Satyajit Prabhu can be ready.
Hare Krishna. I'm audible, Puji?
Yes, Yogesh Prabhu.
Thank you, Puji, for giving opportunity to speak. So, dear Guru Maharaj, I just wanted to, this is the time actually we can meditate on the qualities of Maharaj, and some of the qualities which I could think of, which I could remember was actually I had heard from many devotees, because we are quite younger. We could not get so much of association of Maharaj directly. And whatever we heard from our senior god brothers and devotees, superiors, so I wanted to share that. So I had heard from the devotees that Maharaj is a lover of Krishna actually. And in regards to that, I had heard that Maharaj, when he had delirium is some sort of disease where a person is having high fever and he becomes almost unconscious, and whatever, when sometimes people have delirium or things like that, where when there is very high fever, the person is not able to really think out what exactly he want to say, what exactly he want to express. But in that condition also, this Sanatan Kumar Prabhu saying this, that even though when that was the condition with Maharaj also, he had very high fever, but still when he was on the bed, he was going through all the Vrindavan pastimes. So one Vrindavan pastime, Kalya Lila, and then Ananda Lila, Denuka, so Lila. Like that, in all that delirium state also, Maharaj completed all the pastimes of Vrindavan. So Sanatan Kumar was saying that this was the reason I got attracted towards Maharaj, because even though when some person is so much in terrible situation, but still when he what state he actually is in, that comes out actually. So when he is in that state also, still he is able to remember Krishna all throughout the. And similarly, when Maharaj had another once, he had very high fever and he was almost unconscious. So our Vishrupa was sitting next to Maharaj, and he was trying to hear what Maharaj was murmuring. So he could see that Maharaj's tongue was moving. And as soon as he went near Maharaj, he could hear the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, or he was remembering Krishna. And as soon as he went near to Maharaj's ears, Maharaj's mouth, lotus mouth, so Maharaj came to external consciousness, and then suddenly he embraced Vishwarupa and he showed his affection to Vishwarupa. Vishwarupa was saying that when Maharaj is in Samadhi, he remembers Krishna, and when he comes out of his spiritual experience, then actually he comes in the mood of preaching to show compassion to all the others. So, like that, Maharaj's attitude, Maharaj's service attitude is that even though he is not wanting so much of name, fame, but still for proper pleasure, he is extending himself. And not only extending, he is given a lot of clarity, lot of the essence of all the scriptures. He shares with a very clear, pragmatic way, which we can apply in our life, which is very practical. Is philosophy wise is pakka in tattva and everything, but the clarity, what is actually required for the practical application for a devotee, that is very much highlighted in the teachings of Maharaj, which is a special feature of Maharaj, which I personally find. So thank you, Maharaj, for all the association, whatever you have given as of now, through your devotees and all the disciples. and an opportunity to have your Kartik Yatras every year. I'm very grateful for that. Please bless us so that we can serve you somehow in this, in our little capacities. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Puja.
Thank you, Yogesh Prabhu. Actually, this fact which you talked about, about Maharaj, very particular about, giving essence of Shastras. And I heard that Maharaj spends a lot of time actually preparing for the classes, especially in Yatra, because he wants to feel, he feels as if he has to give himself to the disciples. And once somebody came to Maharaj and said, Maharaj, please give me a personal instruction. Maharaj said, come for Bhagavatam class tomorrow. So indeed, whenever Maharaj speaks, as you rightly said, Maharaj knows the essence of the Shastras, and in his classes, he is telling whatever is most relevant for us according to time, place, and circumstances. And when you talked about this absorption in Krishna, it was a very amazing pastime you shared. Once somebody asked Maharaj that, Maharaj, do you not get disappointed when you face problems? Then Maharaj said, if you realize what Krishna has in store for you, then your eyes will fill with tears of happiness. Yeah. That's how Krishna conscious Maharaj is always. Thank you, Yogesh Prabhu, for reminding us of these wonderful qualities of Maharaj. Satyajit Prabhu, if you are ready, you can come online, and after that, Vijay Radha Mataji can be ready.
So, to Satyajit Prabhu is busy with some surveys. In place of him,
We can
Varun Gupta
do it
Prabhu.
later. Okay. So Vijay
Varun
Radha,
Gupta, Varun Gupta Prabhu is ready, Prabhu. He can give offering in his place.
Varun Gupta Prabhu. Okay. Oh, Varun Gupta Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. So Varun Gupta Prabhu, you can make your offering, and after that, Vijay Radha Mataji, you can be ready.
Hare Krishna. I mean, sorry, I cannot turn on the camera because it's dark in the background. I'm at a Melukote Dham. So,
Oh.
yeah. So, I'll present my offering. Om Namo Vishnu Padaya. Shrimati Bhakti Shri Radhanath Swami Iti Nam. Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pishtaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami. Thank you, first of all. So, dear Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to you on the auspicious day of your Vyas Puja. I want to thank the devotees for providing me an opportunity for the offerings. I mean, in spite of all the shortcomings, I have it in my service or in my attitude and in all aspects, but still, sincere, I mean, thanks to all the senior devotees for providing me a chance. So, Maharaj, each time I meet a devotee trained under the system developed by you, I experience the same care you manifest for all. So that gives me a kind of a personalized uh, association of you, even though I have a very few chances to have such a close association. So you're manifesting through your disciples. I mean, to me. So I also want to glorify your quality of the devotee care and establishing the wonderful community of devotee caring and nourishing each other. For all those years, you have nourished me directly in the form of your Vani, and as Prabhu was saying in your Yatra lectures, where it goes directly into my heart and I can feel the connect. And of course, through various wonderful disciples, they have made a profound impact in my life. Especially, I mean, the senior devotees like Gauranga Prabhu or Radhesham Prabhu. So for last couple of years, Maharaj, I got a chance and opportunity to attend the yatras, and it's very hard for me to explain what I can experience, what I used to hear from the other devotees to experience this personally. The lectures and the dedication, what I see from the disciples of you are amazing, and it's a kind of an eye opening and gives me an inspiration where I can sincerely do a check and balance on myself, how I can progress in my spiritual life. So for me, I feel very fortunate to come in contact with one and many of the devotees who cared me like a big brother and let the Bhakti Lata grow with all the care. I see it's your mercy that I'm able to wake up from the slumber and constantly been waked up, I mean, in some or the other way, and been guided at a various crossroads in life, or to have a critical thinking how I'm gonna spend the rest of the life. Also, I'm very grateful that you unlimited mercy that I can call myself a family member of this wonderful environment. So Maharaj, kindly forgive me that I'm not able to fully understand and follow your instructions, which you have said multiple times repeatedly through various means. But I am hopeful that someday I'll be able to surrender to your lotus feet and try to walk onto the instructions which you have guided and been and shown the light to me. Your humble servant, Varun. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Varun Prabhu, for sharing your heart and genuinely expressing your personal heartfelt feelings. Thank you very much. So now we invite Vijay Radha Mataji to make her offering, and after that, Rahul Prabhu can be ready.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. I consider myself very, very fortunate that I got an opportunity today to express my gratitude to Guru Maharaj, also speak about him by this offering. Maharaj, you are inspiring thousands of people all over the world to become Krishna consciousness. Uh, and even me, like when I got connected to ISKCON, when I first read the book Journey Home, I was very much inspired by the book as I saw that from your childhood, you've been displaying extraordinary spiritual qualities. And these characteristics, it's not like what I realized was this characteristic, it's not an accidental phenomenon, but the natural manifestation of your very exalted spiritual position. And what you also have did not have to cultivate this characteristic. Rather, they were naturally becoming manifest due to your devotion to Krishna. I also heard one like pastime when devotees has gone with Maharaj to his hometown in USA. So Maharaj was Maharaj was narrating various incidents of his childhood days. So one of the devotees said, Maharaj, you have many positive experiences in your life. So Maharaj immediately replied, those are positive because I process them to be positive. So situations and circumstances do not automatically become positive or negative. Maharaj teaches us that how we deal with that situation makes it positive or negative. Also, um, His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj also, when I was listening to that, I would just like to share about that. He was saying that, just a second, Prabhu. Yeah, he was also sharing that how His Divine Gift Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, he saw Maharaj in the middle of the crowd, in the middle of thousands of people, and during that program at Cross Midden in Mumbai, immediately Srila Prabhupada recognized Guru Maharaj, and he brought him on the stage and made him sit next to him. In this way, Srila Prabhupada announced in the world, in this way, that here is my very special devotee who came down from the spiritual sky to assist me in the mission and will achieve so many wonderful things for me and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this is how sorry, I was not that, what to say, prepared. At the last moment, I understood. So I really pray to Maharaj. I would also like to share my one small experience, how I could realize Maharaj's mercy. Uh, I was connected from ISKCON, but I had in my interview and all few months ago, and after my interview, some of the senior disciples and devotees, of course, they said, it's a very long period, waiting period, Mataji. So you have to prepare for 5 to 7 years, the minimum 5 to 7 years, because there are many waiting periods. So of course, I prepared my mind, but still I used to pray to Krishna. Then I just heard, like, when Mataji told me, you just pray to Guru Maharaj. So he's very merciful. So when I started praying to Guru Maharaj, like frankly speaking, when I started praying to Guru Maharaj, uh, just in a month, surprisingly, I received my initiation. This is how I realized that Maharaj, he actually knows our heart. He reciprocates. And his causeless mercy just flowed. So I would really like to pray to Guru Maharaj. I again vowed to follow instructions. I would like to spread to the Prabhupada's mission and by becoming the servant of the servant. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you, Vijay Radha Mataji. And this point which you made about Maharaj being the very important link of transmitting Srila Prabhupada and all past Acharyas' mercy to us. Actually, I have personally witnessed this in my own life. Just like to share a personal experience of mine. My grandfather had met Prabhupada, and Prabhupada actually had made my grandfather life member. So we have grown up, going to Mayapur for picnic, and I have grown up seeing some Bhagavatam set and all that at my grandfather's place. But somehow it was always as an outsider. It was only when we went to IIT Kharagpur, and many of the devotees who are from IIT Kharagpur, they know that how, there was one devotee, Rasikanand Prabhu, who had gone from Pune to do his MTech in IIT Kharagpur. He was going there. That was the first time the youth preaching. So that time youth preaching was only in Pune, under Radhesham Prabhu, and Rasikanand Prabhu was about to get admission into MTech in IIT Kharagpur, and he was very concerned how would he practice and survive in Krishna consciousness. So Radhesham Prabhu took him to Maharaj. And there, what I've heard is Maharaj in ears, in Rasikanand Prabhu's ears, Maharaj told, go and preach in Kharagpur. And when Maharaj did that, with that divine touch, with that divine inspiration, when Rasikanand Prabhu went there, he started preaching to multiple batches, and after that, one after the other, so many devotees started coming, and now Kharagpur has kind of created a legacy of such wonderful devotees and such wonderful preaching going on there, to such an extent that even inside the IIT Kharagpur campus, they are doing the Harinam procession now and whatnot. I mean, it's like much more explicit now. So it all started with that, the live mercy transmitting from Maharaj. And in my case, the way I was connecting it to myself was that I was exposed to ISKCON in one sense. I knew ISKCON. We have grown up coloring in those standard ISKCON coloring books. But, until we got in touch with a guru, a live disciple of Prabhupada, until we got mercy through him, I remained as an outsider, and only when that happened, actually mercy started flowing. And then, somehow we all have now become insiders. So thank you very much, Mataji, for sharing that mercy point. Okay, so now with Vijay Radha Mataji done, I would request Rahul Prabhu, are you there? Rahul Prabhu can make his offering, and after that, Gaur Prem Nidhi Prabhu, you can be ready.
Yes.
Rahul Mishra Prabhu. Yeah, you are on mute. Yeah, go ahead.
Clearly audible, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu, go ahead.
So, Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam to all the esteemed Vaishnavas assembled here, and I'm very, very grateful for the opportunity to express my feelings for Guru Maharaj here. So, as Vyasa was describing that in IIT Kharagpur, Maharaj had given his spark of mercy. And in 2003, when I was in IIT Kharagpur, I attended Radhesham Prabhu's lecture, but I was not interested, because I had made this decision of my life that Mahadev and Mahadevi, they are my Guru and Guru Mata, and I'll never accept any human being as my Guru. But somehow that I was dragged in fourth year, and I went to voice there, and after a few weeks, I realized that this person, Srila Prabhupada Guru Puja, we will do every Saturday, that we are doing puja of this human being. Then I concluded, if Lord Shiva has allowed me to go down in front of a human being, that he must be a pure personality. That was how I felt mercy of Srila Prabhupada in my life. And after maybe 1 month or so, I saw one morning, there was a devotee who was supposed to do cleaning in the temple hall for Shikshashtakam. That devotee was late. And Acharya Tantu, Amal Pran Prabhu, they were the senior most there in Saffron. They did not give anyone the order to clean. They themselves started broom and Puja, and they started cleaning themselves. I was so much touched with their humility. And then I got to know that they are disciples of Srila Radhanath Maharaj. And I understood that point there itself. I decided that a tree is known by its fruit. If the disciples are so humble that they can give order to anyone, but they are picking up, that means they are so humble, that means Guru must be perfect. So then and there I decided that I want to dedicate my life to the lotus feet of this person. And then in one of the lectures of Maharaj, I heard there in voice only that Maharaj in Cross Maidan program, he was picked up by Srila Prabhupada amongst a crowd of 20,000. Then he was called on stage. And then Maharaj related in that lecture that he touched the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. And then I felt so much happiness that I never saw Srila Prabhupada. So with the lotus hand with which he touched Srila Prabhupada's lotus feet, if that lotus hand comes upon my head, in my own intellectual way, I interpret that, and I will get a particle of dust of Srila Prabhupada's lotus feet. So then we were going to Pune Yatra, I believe it was 2007 or 8 maybe. And I was constantly praying from that day onwards continuously that may Maharaj, if it is so possible by his own sweet will, may Guru Maharaj, he touches my head. And I cannot make it artificial, but I was very closely around Maharaj that time. Maharaj was dancing very jubilantly in a very, very sweet way. And I was just around the Maharaj in circle protecting him. And I was very, very new, but somehow I don't know from where the intelligence and ideas were coming. And then Maharaj was just dancing high, going high and coming. And after, I think, first or second day, Maharaj was dancing and his left hand came upon my head directly amongst a crowd of so many people who were surrounding him. So at that time I felt that if you are sincerely praying from the core of your heart, Guru through Krishna can hear and answer those prayers. It was a very, very touching experience. And just before that, in Nishtha camp in December 2007, I had gone for one Prerna festival from passion to compassion. That class was there. Giriraj Maharaj was also there. And then I was very eager to ask a question because I had read in Radha Kunjihari diary that if a great Vaishnava sages, when they glance upon you, the heaps and mountains of your millions of births of sinful activities get burnt to ashes. So that was my motivation. That's why I wanted to ask a question to Maharaj. And just before that class, when Maharaj came and he took darshan, that was my first live interaction with Maharaj probably. And when Maharaj came for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, he was just praying in front of Radha Gopinath ji, and I was so touched to see how intently he is taking darshan and praying. And then I was constantly just staring at Maharaj. And then when Maharaj came on the Vyas feet, Vyasa, then also he was saying to Srila Prabhupada and the deities. And then I was just looking at him without even blinking. And to my amazement, immediately after Maharaj took his eyes on the deities, immediately he directly looked at me eye to eye. And I just shivered, and I thought, means how come in so many people around, he has that heart that he can respond to my heartfelt attraction and affection for him. This was very touching. In the last 3, 4, 5 years, I have been very much touched by one interaction of Maharaj, which Govind Prabhu asked a question to Maharaj, and Krishna Prabhu was also in that vehicle, I believe. So Prabhuji told, Krishna Prabhu also related, and Govind Prabhu asked Maharaj, Maharaj, how are you so successful? You touch anything that becomes good. How are you so successful? So some other devotee also shared just now. So Maharaj said, I don't know whether I'm successful or not, but I have genuine concern for the welfare of each and every person I come in contact with. And that's what touches the heart of the people. And that was so touching to me. And I am trying to apply this principle in my life. And I can see, despite being full of anarthas and struggling with my sadhana and everything in life, just by following this simple principle which Maharaj has told, and I am able to make very, very loving, kind, genuine interactions with very, very new people. Like recently only I was able to feed prasadam to 2 Muslims. One was barber, and my colleagues also in the college. In the beginning, they denied that they don't take anything like that. They have their own religion. After a few months of interaction, they are asking and begging, bring some sweet, bring some namkeen. So how is it happening? I have practically no purity. So as Vyasa also mentioned, it is happening because of that magic touch of Guru Maharaj in our life. Radhesham Prabhu also once related that whatever preaching program we are starting, Pune, wherever we are starting voices, they are becoming successful because it is happening only because of tapasya of Guru Maharaj. That is the only reason of our success. That's what Radhesham Prabhu said. And I remember in Vyas Puja many years back when we celebrated, I believe in 2011 or 12, we celebrated in Mumbai, I think Somaiya ground. So that time Bhakti Charu Maharaj also was present, and Gurudas was also present. So Bhakti Charu Maharaj gave a very sweet offering. And when Bhakti Charu Maharaj came on the stage, Maharaj shared his Vyasasana and both of them sat together. And Bhakti Charu Maharaj mentioned a very striking point that we are seeing all these great qualities of Radhanath Swami Maharaj is not like a sadhaka like us who had to develop these qualities. These qualities were there in him naturally since birth, and over a period of time, they only became manifest. And I remember when Bhakti Charu Maharaj departed on 4th July, Maharaj was literally crying in his offering that evening in 2020. So seeing that love and affection was very, very striking. So on this auspicious day, means of course the date is 7th December, but we are celebrating it today. So I find myself so incapable of anything and everything in my life and struggling badly. There are so many more experiences I can share, but there are so many more devotees to speak. But I am very, very grateful. The quality of gratitude with Maharaj and the quality of servant Maharaj, which he is exemplifying by his own personal conduct, is like, for me, it is like moon in the sky, and as a dove, I'm trying to catch it. And whatever experience I share with any devotees, and for that matter in my life, with anyone whom I come in contact with, I simply try to remember how Maharaj has a genuine concern for this person also in his heart, whom I am right now interacting. So by that mercy, if I can also express some particle of love for this person, then that will be very pleasing to Maharaj. I'll end up with this very, very beautiful quote which is stuck in my heart now. That Maharaj, one quote is there in which Maharaj says, if you feel no one loves you, then you have really not understood what love really means. If you understand what love really is, you will be million times more happy giving love than asking for it. And if you love people, then they will naturally love you back, because that is human nature. This is what I'm trying to really apply in my life. And it means beyond my imagination, beyond my conception. I am seeing that devotees are loving me, giving their affection and love. And actually that all love is meant for the lotus feet of Maharaj. And as I'm badly struggling in sadhana and all the things, Maharaj once remarked that I will remain in pink of my health if all my disciples stand their 16 rounds, aspiring disciples, and follow 4 regulative principles. So on this auspicious day, I beg for the mercy at the lotus feet of my Gurudev, that he gives a drop of mercy so that I can follow this instruction of Maharaj. And I can simply say that Deenhina Ami Achi Anath Anathe Sanath Koro Swami Radhanath. With this humble prayer, I end up my mouth saying, thank you so much to all the devotees, and thank you so much, Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Rahul Prabhu, for your wonderful offering. And as you were saying, indeed, Maharaj personifies love and care. And sometimes when we try to imitate that love and care, in our case it may be actually coming from the bodily platform, but in case of Maharaj it is actually an expression of Krishna's love for us. And the proof is that with Maharaj's love and care, that only brings everybody closer to Krishna. So I get reminded of one thing which once I heard in one of my Bhakti Shastri classes, that what is the definition of self realization, definition of Atma Sakshatkar. So once Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj answered, saying that self-realization means 3 things. He said it means, number 1, to see everything and everyone as inherently divine. Number 2, to see every interaction as an opportunity to either give Krishna's love or receive Krishna's love. And number 3, to see life as a loving partnership with Krishna. So these are such profound words, and indeed only a self-realized person like Maharaj can actually live and demonstrate it by his own example, that what it means to shower Krishna's love on everybody. And Maharaj is like king of relationships. Maharaj says that people, so knowledge is like light, and love and care is like warmth. It's like heat, warmth. And Maharaj, in one of his lectures, he said that people would not die out of darkness, but they can die out of cold. And therefore Maharaj always wants to give that warmth, and with that warmth, Maharaj brings people closer to Krishna and Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Rahul Prabhu. So after that, I would request Gaur Prem Nidhi Prabhu, if he is there, to make his offering, and Vrishbhanu Prannath Prabhu can be ready after that.
Hare Krishna devotees. So I would like to just quote a couple of incidents. Am I audible, Prabhuji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So actually, I just want to mention one thing, like how in the town and every town and village, just because the father has set a legacy and he has done so much of good works and other things, the children will get all the benefits without doing anything. So I have experienced this, whenever I go to any center or somewhere, if I say I'm a Radhanath Swami Maharaj disciple and all, they shower with so much love and other things, without doing anything. I sometimes wonder why I'm getting so much of love. Even like when I'm getting married, actually, my wife is from ISKCON Mysore, so when she told that I went to their Mysore and all, say showered me so much love and thing. So I prayed to Maharaj and other like Krishna that one day I'll try to come to that level of standard, whatever they're showing me and all. And that is one thing. And second thing, like whenever I was in Chowpatty for 1 year doing VTA course, and after VTA I wanted to join Brahmacharya ashram. Even I was there, I'm in Brahmacharya training for 1 or 2 weeks. But after that, I was thinking that I'm not belong to that place. But and I came out of the temple, and I was wondering, even after coming out of temple, that why I could not, because I was in association of so much of devotee, Goram Prabhu, Gaura Prabhu and all. 1 year VT, I was in temple. So why I could not continue? And I was contemplating, wow, how come Gauram Prabhu, Radheshan Prabhu, they are doing from 30, 40 years. And over a period of time, I got an answer that, they are like Arana Koi, we singing this thing, right? You should let me not have any desire in Guru Puja. Arana Koi Asa. So, so I pray to Maharaj that, that let me come to that level of devotion, and let me be completely surrendered to Guru and Krishna, that let me not have any other desires, apart from serving Guru and Krishna. I was wondering also, Prabhuji, you were saying that starting that we always busy from 9 to 6. We get very little time to think about service of Guru and Krishna. So let me squeeze some more time to spend on these things. Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you very much for giving me opportunity. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thanks.
Thank you, Gaur Premnidhi Prabhu. Thank you very much. Vrishbhanu Prannath Prabhu, are you there? And after that, Padvatama Mataji can be ready. Vrishbhanu Prannath Prabhu, are you? Yeah. Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisances. Thank you, Maharaj, for transforming our lives from mundane to one which is always aligned to God's love. In our childhood days, we always used to sing a song, God's love is so wonderful, so high you can't get over it, so deep you can't get under it, so wide you can't get around it. We had some idea of how wonderful God's love is, but didn't knew what is really God's love. It were your lectures which genuinely guided us to know what God's love is. It was by seeing you, hearing, hearing from you, and reading about you that we understood how God's love is nurtured and shared with others. Every single word you tell in your lectures is that small window we see that God's love. After we heard from you, we realized someone has really experienced this God's love, and He is here to share the same with us. When you reiterate Trinadapi Sunichena, we realize that this is the first step to understand God's love. Not only in every lecture, but in each of your dealings, you have shown how humility and simplicity are very important to understand God's love. To tell in your own words, humility is not just saying, I am dust of your lotus feet, but then getting offended by small triggers. Humility is not just words, but state of consciousness. When you reiterate, we have to be sincere, serious, and without any ulterior motives, we got to know that this is the process to realize God's love. You always tell that there are so many failures, misunderstandings, and heartbreaks in the world, but we have to be always remain sincere and serious and never distract from our ultimate goal of achieving God's love. When you reiterate Sharanagati, we understand that it is the goal we should aspire to understand God's love. The surrender which you have exhibited in your own life, when you tell so many examples from Shastras that there is no alternative to Sharanagati. You always tell this example of Dukhi from Chaitanya Charitamrita. How by her service in the mood of Sharanagati, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was pleased with her and called her Sukhi. Please, Maharaj, bless us with determination and sincerity so that we always hanker for devotee association and keep hearing nectar from your lotus vani. We have a long way to go towards God's love, but we are happy to be in the association of sincere devotees who are being guided by you. Thank you so much, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Vishwanu Pramnath Prabhu. So God's love coming to us through Maharaj and his sincere followers. So once His Grace Dwarkadish Prabhu and Vishakha Priya Mataji in one of their seminars, they were saying that whole world is investing in mutual funds, but Maharaj has taught us to invest in mutual bonds centered around Krishna. Thank you. So now I would request Padvatama Mataji to make her offering, and after that Sonali Mane Mataji can be ready.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam Prabhu. Prabhu, my language is Kannada, okay na Prabhuji?
ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಮಾತಾಜಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ.
Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam Mataji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Mataji. ಮಹಾರಾಜ್ ಇದು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಯಾತ್ರಾ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ತೆಲುಗು ಅನುವಾದ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ತುಂಬಾ ನನಗೆ ಸಂತೋಷ ಆಗಿದ್ದಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಡಿವೋಟೀಸ್ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ನಮಗೂ ಒಂದು ಅವಕಾಶ ಸಿಕ್ತು ಅನ್ನೋದೊಂದು ತುಂಬಾ ಖುಷಿ ಆಯ್ತು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಮಹಾರಾಜರು ಎಲ್ಲಾರ್ಗೂ ದರ್ಶನ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಹತ್ರದಿಂದ ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೂ ಮಹಾರಾಜರ ಹತ್ರದಿಂದ ತುಂಬಾ ಹತ್ರದಿಂದ ದರ್ಶನ ಆಯ್ತು. ತುಂಬಾ ಖುಷಿ ಆಯ್ತು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಬೆಳಗಾಂ ಒಂದು ಇನಿಷಿಯೇಷನ್ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ವ್ರಜಗೋಪಿಕಾ ಮಾತಾಜಿ ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ನಾನು ಬೆಳಗಾಂ ಟೆಂಪಲ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೆ. ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಜಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಗಾರ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೊಡಿಸಿದ್ರು. ಅದು ನಾವು ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡೇ ಇರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿದ ಗಾರ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡೇ ಮಹಾರಾಜರಿಗೆ ಹೋಯ್ತು. ಅದು ತುಂಬಾ ಖುಷಿ ಆಯ್ತು ಪ್ರಭು ನಮ್ಗೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಈಕೋ ವಿಲೇಜ್ ಈ ಸಲ ದರ್ಶನ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅಂತ ಹೋಗಿದ್ವಿ. ಅಲ್ಲೂ ತುಂಬಾ ಮಹಾರಾಜಸ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ. ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ತುಂಬಾ ಖುಷಿ ಆಯ್ತು ಪ್ರಭು. ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪ್ರಭುಜಿ, ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಪ್ರಣಾಮ್ ಪ್ರಭು.
Hare Krishna. Tumba nice offering, Mataji. I mean, I don't have that much purity and love in my heart, but I'm sure that Maharaj has understood your heart and accepted your offering, because we all know how when Maharaj used to be in Vrindavan, Maharaj would have, and even now whenever Maharaj goes, he has such nice, wonderful, loving exchanges with Vrajvasis, at the level of heart, at the level of love. And I'm sure Maharaj has understood and even accepted your offering, Mataji. Thank you very much. Sonali Mataji, Sonali Mane Mataji, if you are there, you can make your offering, and after that Anjan Prabhu, if you can be ready. Sonali Mataji, yes Mataji, you are on. We are not able to. Your volume is less, Mataji. Can you?
Is it fine, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji. It will do. Yes, Mataji. Please go ahead.
Thanks to all devotees for giving this opportunity, chance to glorify Guru Maharaj. As I am not qualified at all glories to beloved Srila Prabhupada, all glories to you, Guru Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisances, humble, respectful obeisances at your lotus. Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Oh, my beloved spiritual master, your grace is always available in the form of your lectures, your disciples. You say that whatever I spoke is all my personal insight. And devotees care, your humility, uniting everyone, cooperation between each other, mode of service, many more qualities to glorify. And you are such an inspiration with all of these qualities. Guru Maharaj always says, my priority is give time to my God brothers, then disciples of my God brothers, and then if there is a time, it is for my disciples. This extent of sacrifice for love for God brothers is always as an inspiration for us. I remember on the day of Radhashtami 2020, I was reading lecture of Vishwarup Prabhuji, and that one story of Yamuna Maiya, who is from Brajavasi, and all these Vishwarup Prabhuji and Maharaj used to go there for Barsana camp. And Mataji used to serve them with all loving heart. She is an elder lady. Still, she was serving with all her heart. And one day she was not feeling well. Blood was coming from her hands, and she was suffering very badly by her health. But once Vishwarup Prabhuji went to her and asked what happened, and she was missing the Guru Maharaj, and she had desired to meet Guru Maharaj. Vishwarup Prabhuji shared this with Guru Maharaj, and Guru Maharaj when heard this, and Maharaj went to meet her, and she was on bed
still she was in mood to serve every devotee, and she used to serve all the devotees in Barsana who come to Barsana camp. So Maharaj asked, "What happened, Maya? What I can do and how can I serve you?" Then Yamuna Maya said, who is Brajvasi, she said, "Maharaj, I just want to take Charnamrit of your lotus feet." And Maharaj gave her, and she left her body.
Oh.
So that was the story which touched my heart. And that day I decided I will take shelter of Guru Maharaj. Um, and then many times I realized that you are with me always through your classes, yatra, your disciple, your lectures. Um, and I had a desire to have an association of great disciples and senior devotees. Always had a desire to have. And I got a chance to serve indirectly when you came to Pune by Her Grace Janva Mataji. My sincere prayers, please accept and bless with your shelter to this conditioned and struggling soul at your lotus feet. You are my eternal father. Not easy to live in this material world. I struggle every day for everything in devotional services, in everything, household services, in all. Please keep us under your shelter. I am begging to you with all my heart. I have no hope in this life ever after to get out of this and achieve higher goal of life. How can I forget that glance of your smile and eyes when you came against Janva Mataji's house last time? Grateful for that I could get a chance to serve you indirectly. One of the most important and first service to his guru, that is chanting. I read in a book of Vrindavan Prabhuji, that is Guru Smaranam. Once they asked Guru Maharaj that how can disciple please you? Maharaj said, as Pasacharya Prabhuji also saying in starting, Maharaj said it is very simple. Chant 16 rounds attentively, honestly, and sincerely. Follow four regulative principles with diligence. And he said, avoid 10 offenses. That way pleasing me is very simple. If you do that, it is pleasing to me. Please bless me, Guru Maharaj, that I can follow your instruction and to please all the duties and uh, Lord. And then finding when how can I forget the lecture? And one of the most like may my mind keep remembering of your one lecture which is on Harinam on Srila Haridas Thakur in Benapola. That lecture touches my heart. And please, I bless me, Guru Maharaj. May my mind keep remembering that lecture. Please forgive me for my offenses. Every day I struggle for sadhana. I beg for your mercy. Through your lectures, I see a ray of hope. I am nothing without you. Finding a meaningful purpose in life to serve you and all in the mood of servant of Srimati Radhanath. Thank you. You are aspiring servant, Sonali Mani, and His Grace Sachati.
Thank you, Sonali Mataji. Maharaj's concern for his disciples is really very, very inspiring. Sometimes, as disciples or aspiring disciples of Radhanath Maharaj, sometimes we may wonder, Arey Maharaj, his style is not like to spend one-on-one time with his all of his disciples, and we get to meet Maharaj only in yatras. So sometimes we wonder, does Maharaj know about us? Is Maharaj thinking about us? Do we even exist in Maharaj's radar? But once some senior devotees were sharing with me that Maharaj actually he has a lot of concern for all his disciples, and he spends a lot of time in his day meditating on for the welfare of his disciples, just like Prabhupada used to sign your ever well wisher, something like that. So once, in 2010, when book launch was happening here, Maharaj's personal servant Vrat Chandra Prabhu, he was here, and that time we all were very curious, and we would surround him and we would ask him that when Maharaj goes inside his room, that time we are curious to know what exactly he does, how he behaves, and things like that. And Vrat Chandra Prabhu said one thing very, very emphatically and very, very explicitly. He said that one thing which Maharaj for sure does whenever he is having some time with himself, he meditates on the welfare of each and every disciple. That is such a reassuring statement, and we have to have full faith in this. And I know some devotees in Pune, they were telling that recently Her Grace Satyavati Mataji, when she left her body, before that Maharaj had come to Pune, and we all have seen those videos wherein Maharaj is spending some personal time with Jaydev Prabhu and Satyavati Mataji. And some very senior devotees in Pune told me that actually Maharaj came to Pune, the most important purpose of him coming to Pune was actually to meet Satyavati Mataji. So Maharaj is like very, very always contemplating on the welfare of his disciples. Thank you, Sonali Mataji. Anjan Prabhu, if you're ready, you can make your offering. And after that, if Satyajit Prabhu is there, then he can be ready.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisances. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thanks to all the devotees for giving me a chance, even after seeing my behavior and tolerating me for the last 15 years. My first contact with Maharaj's teachings indirectly was in Corvallis, Oregon. Krishna Keshav Prabhu used to conduct Bhakti Vriksha programs in his house, and I participated there. Krishna Keshav Prabhu wouldn't talk a lot of philosophy, but his conduct and his very caring behavior won over many of us. Maharaj, I first met your disciples in the form of Braj Kishore Prabhu and Chapaklata Mataji in Corvallis. I was amazed by their behavior. Mataji wouldn't call Braj Kishore Prabhu by his name. For us, that was very surprising. She would call him Shriji, and he would call her Hey Champaklata. It appeared as though they came from a different world. They looked Indian, but behaved differently. So I was intrigued. I came to know more about you, Maharaj, through a lecture CD that was created by your disciple Dhananjay Prabhu. I put that CD in my car player and listened to the lecture repeatedly for 1.5 years. The same lectures over and over. Maharaj, your lectures were so captivating, especially your emphasis on humility. In one of the lectures, Maharaj, you exhort one on humility, that if one were to spit on you, then you should feel that actually you deserve an ocean of spit. I knew that humility, but Maharaj, you took humility to a completely new standard. Later on, I was to see this humility in action from your disciple Shamlila Prabhu and Prem Bhaktiras Mataji,
Germany,
who used to visit our house, and they would insist on sleeping on the bare floor, even when I would where I would have stepped with my chappals or whatever. Only after multiple insistence and multiple visits did Prabhuji accept a bed sheet on the floor. In 2008, Maharaj, when your book Journey Home was published in our temple ISKCON Portland, there was a lot of excitement. I read the book in 2 days. Braj Kishore Prabhu suggested that I could buy multiple copies of your book and place them in various libraries around Portland. At that time, I didn't know, Maharaj, that I would be seeking your shelter. But I was happy to do what Braj Kishore Prabhu told me. And later on, once I decided to accept your shelter, I was happy that, I could do something. Maharaj, recently in Mayapur, I saw humility in action from your disciple, Kamyavan Mataji, who would go on various dham visits. Then she would rush back and, do seva for Varishta Vaishnavas. She would organize chapels for several hours in the hot sun. That was so inspiring. My roommate at the Yatra, Maharaj, Pitambar Madhav Prabhu from Chowpatty, narrated an incident when somebody stole your chappals, Maharaj, several years back. So after the incident, Govind Prabhu addressed the devotees and told them that this is totally unacceptable. If at all you want to steal something from Maharaj, steal Maharaj's mood. Maharaj, I hope that I can become successful in stealing your mood. I struggle very much in this material world, Maharaj, and in this spiritual progress. Please have mercy on me, Maharaj. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hari. Thank you, Anjan Prabhu. Satyajit Prabhu, are you there? If you are there, you can make your offering. Otherwise, after that, Smith Keshav Prabhu can make his offering. Satyajit Prabhu is there?
Satyajit Prabhu is not
yet.
available.
Okay, then Smith Keshav Prabhu, and then after that, Dinesh Chandra Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu, please go ahead.
Audible, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. Hare Krishna devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. So basically, thank you so much for giving this wonderful opportunity to glorify uh, Guru Maharaj on this auspicious occasion. Although I'm not qualified, I'll try to glorify Maharaj for my own purification. So I want to share the recent experience of Kartik Yatra, where we thought there are so many reasons where we could not able to plan our travel for Yatra. So we are preparing intensely for the mercy, where how can we attend the Yatra and take the association of all the devotees and Maharaj hearing the lectures. So I was meditating on that point where Maharaj said in lectures that just by having a ticket that we cannot come to the place of Dham, only by the mercy of all the Acharyas, Srila Prabhupada, we can have the darshan of Dham through hearing them attentively. So we planned although we have the ticket to come to Yatra, but we were having some reasons that we could not able to plan it come for Yatra. So where I was meditating on this point and praying for the mercy. So by only the mercy of Acharyas and by prayers we could able to come there to Dham and get the association of devotees and Maharaj. And one more thing, main point I was also want to tell about is about Maharaj's absorption, like how in Yatra was taking association of Maharaj chanting early mornings, where Maharaj was so absorbed in chanting the holy name that already devotees shared that the one thing which pleases Maharaj is the chanting holy names. Same thing which pleases Srila Prabhupada also, that chanting the holy names attentively. So Maharaj chants so attentively that he wants to please Prabhupada, and how he was chanting so attentively and absorbed in holy names, and so absorbed in narrating the pastimes of Lord so nicely that we also get absorbed into the pastime when we hear from Maharaj. And also want to share that how Maharaj was so caring. You can see during Prabhupada's disciplines, the offerings, Maharaj was taking care of all the god brothers and god sisters. He was also giving respect, taking care of them nicely. So we can see that, and all the yatra also we can see the mood of devotees for serving all of us was so caring. So carrying the mood of Maharaj everywhere. And and lastly we have to say that how Maharaj was presents Maharaj Vani, all the lectures feel so strong connected to Srila Prabhupada and all the acharyas in the parampara, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we're very grateful for that, and praying to Lordships to give Maharaj very good health and always help us to engage in this service of Guru and all the Vaishnavas. So thank you so much for giving this opportunity. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Smith Keshav Prabhu. Thank you very much. I was just thinking that, among all the oceanic qualities of Maharaj, most of his disciples and aspiring disciples, there is one aspect of Maharaj's qualities which all of us like the most, and we are very fan of that, which is his humor, which is his spontaneous wit. So once one brahmachari had helped Maharaj in some way, and then Maharaj said thank you. And if I'm not wrong, this is about Govind Prabhu, but I'm not 100% sure, so I don't want to take the name. So this brahmachari had helped Maharaj in some way, and Maharaj had said thank you. And then this brahmachari had said, "Oh Maharaj, it's perfectly fine. I can actually die for you." And Maharaj, okay, he kind of smiled and looked back, and then matter got over. And after some days, all of a sudden, in some other context, in some other occasion, Maharaj approached this brahmachari and said, "Are you were saying you can die for me, right?" And then this brahmachari was a little bit taken aback because he did not expect, that okay, probably Maharaj will ask him to die or something now. Then he said, then he was kind of taken aback, and Maharaj said, "I want you to take my dhoti and die." Die it like that. So Maharaj is very. Then once similarly, once Maharaj and Jananivas Prabhu in Mayapur, they were walking in the campus, and these Gurukuli students, they were coming on their bicycles, and from a distance they would look at Maharaj and Jananivas Prabhu, and they would get down from their cycle and offer obeisances. And seeing that, Jananivas Prabhu would tell Maharaj, see, they are offering obeisances to you. And Radhanath Maharaj said that no, Jananivas Prabhu, they are offering obeisances to you, and by doing so they are getting out of their cycle of birth and death. Anyway, So, Dinesh Chandra Prabhu, are you ready? You can make your offering, and after that, Rajesh Goka Prabhu, if you are available, you can be ready. Dinesh Chandra Prabhu, you are there? Okay, so looks like Dinesh Chandra Prabhu is not there. Then Rajesh Goka Prabhu, you can take over and you can make your offering.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, devotees. Hare Krishna, dear Guru Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisances unto your eternal spiritual lotus feet. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. So here I need here I can explain about the. So here Maharaj every time explain about important end of association. So whereby Maharaj is like is visionary. So we got so many devotees from him. Now like how myself and all other the students and all others getting the association. Without them, we didn't thought now we are in the voices and we are in the spiritually enlightenment. Otherwise, we might lose this association of importance. So this Maharajas every time emphasizes importance of association. This I like the most. And another thing, every time Maharajas emphasizes on humility. So like how we have to be like Trinada Pisanichana Tararopi Saistana. So how humility is important. So in those scenarios, like Maharajas when explaining, uh, here last time when I went my Mayapur Yatra, so I also saw he gives important to his god brothers and sisters. So when the disappearance day of Prabhupada, so their Maharaja's god sisters are talking. Lord Krishna Prabhupada, and it's about to the time around 6:40 Prabhupada disappearance time. So one Prabhuji is that its time is about to complete. So he's trying to go and telling to the Maharaja's god sister. So Maharaj saw they are going, maybe they're stop. So Maharaj told to the assistant. Then they immediately went and they stopped them to like don't go and continue the glorification talking. So here Maharaj is you can see like Maharaj gives every importance because God sisters sometimes they will get less time to talk, but whenever they're talking sometimes in the glorification and they're giving, so they Maharaj didn't want to stop them while talking. So here they giving importance of how to taking care of devotees. So here we can see. So and Maharaj giving importance to services. So whenever we can see in our yatras also how the service is important, and because of the service attitude, now we can we are spiritual nourishing in yatras, and also the importance of togetherness in the Chowpatty temple. How they are all the devotees are togetherness. Then that community building up. So that. I like the most. So from them, like the community building. So we are also able to get and we are and here in Bangalore also I got a good nourishment of devotees because of that community. I'm also nourishing and getting the help to spiritually build. So thank you very much, everyone, for giving the opportunity, and thank you Maharaj for giving this opportunity to glorify you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Rajesh Prabhu. So, do we have Dinesh Chandra Prabhu, Satyajit Prabhu right now? If not, Adokshaj Ram Prabhu, you would like to make your offering?
Yes, Prabhu, sure.
Please go ahead. Please go ahead, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhu. His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances and humble obeisances all to all the devotees present. I was actually meditating about the early days of Maharaj when Maharaj made the journey from the West to India. So I was thinking about how extraordinary his life has been even before he came in contact with Prabhupada and devotees. So even before meeting Prabhupada, and he came and he hitchhiked, that extraordinary hitchhike that he took to cover such an extraordinary distance, and how like even before coming in contact with devotees, he actually started following all the four regulative principles, starting from Afghanistan when he saw the Afghanis using intoxicants, and he thought probably these Afghanis are like postgraduates in the art of getting high. And in comparison, the hippies are like the West. Proud hippies are like the toddlers in nursery school. And later he thought it was an artificial state that was drawing him further from his heart's real longing. And so on his own, a vow sprung from Maharaj's heart, and Maharaj vowed that, dear Lord, I will never indulge in intoxicants again. Then the next episode happens in Kabul. The previous one was in Kandahar, and then Kabul, where a lady, Maharaj happened to meet a lady, and then she invites him to her house, and that lady is from Holland, and after some time she offers herself to Maharaj. Maharaj is just 20 years old, and there is a giant man standing and threatening Maharaj that if he doesn't obey to that lady and indulge with her, he will kill Maharaj. But Maharaj somehow escapes that circumstance, and he takes a vow that he will remain celibate for the remainder of his life. So such an extraordinary situation he faced, and then completely a different vow that is coming out of a completely different realization that he took from that. And then how extraordinarily he left meat eating. He never saw a cow expressing affection to his calf, and when he saw, he was overwhelmed with the feelings of joy, that the feelings that any animal feel is very similar to how a man or a woman feels. And at that point he thought, from now on I'll become complete vegetarian. So this is like before even meeting the devotees. So he was perfectly in the perfectly following all these things even before. So Maharaj was destined. He was not an ordinary human being who was he was directly sent from by Krishna. Yeah, also how extraordinarily Maharaj got Mahamantra on the banks of Ganges while he was meditating. Yeah, also how extraordinarily Prabhupada recognized him among the thousands and thousands of people. And Prabhupada called him and to the stage and made him sit near himself. And even after joining ISKCON, he underwent such extraordinary tapasya for his service in New Vrindavan. Also extraordinary, he was very extraordinary from in terms of simplicity. From his very childhood, he would feel ashamed to wear anything new. But whoever child, even when I was a child, or even my child, whenever we give him something new, he's very happy. So this is his extraordinary quality. Even Maharaj's sitting posture, while when I got initiation, I have not observed Maharaj a lot, but the day when I got initiation, Maharaj came for a small talk before, and I was sitting somewhere in the middle row on the left side, and Maharaj actually changed the direction. He was supposed to address everyone from the front, but then he said, no, I'll address from the left. So I was sitting very close to Maharaj, and I could observe that Maharaj sits very straight. I also try to do it, but after some time, immediately, the shoulders fall down and we slouch. But for the entire 1 hour, and I saw Maharaj was sitting in the same way that he was sitting at the beginning. So it was like completely like a Himalayan yogi. Maharaj did not change his posture at all. And then I was thinking there that Probably that's why Arjuna asked Krishna that about Sthita Pragya, Kim Asit Vrajet Kim. Probably this is how Sthita Pragya really sits, if we take the meaning literally. So this is my actually extraordinary fortune that Maharaj, due to his extraordinary oceanic kindness, has accepted me, way less than an ordinary being, to be one of his disciples. And I pray to Maharaj and for his blessings, that I become more sincere in my chanting and chant with full focus while hearing the holy name. And I also pray that I read books of Acharyas more and more, and deepen my understanding of our Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy, and develop a great and genuine surrender towards Guru Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji and Mataji, and thank you. Hare Krishna. His
Thank
Holiness
you.
Radhanath Ki
Jai. Thank you, Adokshad Ram Prabhu. Do we have Satyajit Prabhu or Dinesh Chandra Prabhu now available? If they would
No,
like to make an offering.
they are not there too.
They're not there. Okay, I just got reminded of one more thing, as how Maharaj is an expert spiritual master. He is very expert in making sure that the disciples, they don't misunderstand something and they don't get puffed up by something. I can share a couple of incidences, one from my own life as well regarding this. So once, I mean, in the book launch time, by the mercy of some senior devotees, some of us got this opportunity to kind of drive Maharaj, in the car and all that. So once, in my car, Maharaj was also sitting and Gaurang Prabhu was also sitting. And Gaurang Prabhu started introducing me to Maharaj. I mean, that was a very embarrassing thing for me. And he said, Maharaj, he's from IIT, he's a topper, this, that, like that. And then, Maharaj was just listening. And then after that, Maharaj said, oh my God, now I'm feeling like how Arjuna felt after looking at the Virat Rupa of Krishna. So, that was such an amazing experience. And then, Naveen Neeraj Prabhu was also sitting in the back seat of the car. I think that was when we picked him up from the airport. And then he asked Maharaj, and I happened to overhear this while I was driving. So he asked Maharaj, you are so busy, you are traveling all over the world, and there are so many problems which you have to solve, and so many people are coming to you for so much advice, this, that, what can we do to relieve you of all this burden? How can we help you? What can we do to relieve you of all this burden? And then Maharaj said, the only thing anybody can do to relieve me is to leave me. And then Maharaj started laughing like this. So it's very amazing that how Maharaj reciprocates with his disciples and with everybody with such a deep concern which he has for everyone. And also the fact that his concern is not just at the level of some some bodily or material pampering or warmth, as I was talking about. It is actually very, very pure Krishna conscious, as coming from a deep concern, and it only helps us come closer to Krishna. Once another newcomer, he somehow happened to meet Maharaj in Chowpatty temple, and he was very inspired by Maharaj. He said, Maharaj, can you please come to my home? Maharaj said, first you regularly start coming to my home, then I will come to your home. Like that, Maharaj. Okay. So so now it is 7:40 and it is time for His Grace Murlidhar Prabhu and Her Grace Radharani Mataji to join. Venkat Govind Prabhu, do we have any updated status about their availability? Venkat Govind Prabhu, Vraj Gopika Mataji, are they there?
Yeah, please continue, Prabhuji. They're just joining in a couple of minutes.
Okay. Also, meanwhile, I just wanted to understand, so whatever list we had prepared, so that list is over except for Dinesh Chandra Prabhu and Satyajit Prabhu. Is there anybody else right now assembled who would like to make their offering? We have about 70 participants right now. Anybody else would like to present their offering to Maharaj? Can please unmute and speak. Vrajesh Tanaya Prabhu, looks like you are getting ready. Vrajesh Tanaya Prabhu. You are on mute, Prabhu, if you are speaking. Yes, Prabhu, you would like to make your offering?
I'm so grateful that I got the opportunity to speak a few words about Maharaj's auspicious day. I would like to mention that
my contact with Radhanath Maharaj came through his disciples. When I see amazing devotees like Sankirtanand Prabhu, Radhashyam Prabhu, the deep qualities they have in them. So I was wondering how these devotees can have such a wonderful quality. And I just used to associate with my counselors, and before even Maharaj came, so my counselor used to tell about stories of Maharaj and all. Then I started hearing lectures of Maharaj. Here, the first contact with Maharaj came with the lecture of series of Anarthas. So when he spoke about this egoistic, how mentality we have, that was the first contact I had with Maharaj in Vani through medium of Vani, and I was able to analyze my own life that what Maharaj is speaking is striking me so much. I have this ego in me. So that struck me so much. Then I understood the Maharajis and all. And first time we saw Maharaj was in Pune Yatra. We used to come, and there he used to give a long lectures of that culture of hearing. He just instilled in us in this age where people want to hear YouTube, the 5 minutes, 2 minutes videos and all. So we were trained to hear for long hours of lectures. So I'm very grateful for Maharaj for instilling me this culture of hearing, and that nourishes me so much that I'm so grateful for Maharaj. So I was not prepared to speak. So that's all that comes to my forehead, that one is the connection I want to have with Maharaj. And through him, I want to follow all his instructions deeply and inspired by all the devotees. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rajesh Tanay Prabhu. Thank you very much. I think we had shared this pastime sometime in some other earlier forum also. Once one disciple family had invited Maharaj, to their home, and for a program in the evening. And they made a lot of arrangements since morning. They were trying to call people and everything, and all the arrangements were being made, all prasadam cooking, all decorations and everything was being done for this evening program. And then evening when Maharaj arrived, for to everybody's to the hosting family's utter disappointment, the electricity went away, the power failure happened, electricity went away. And this host family was feeling so bad that, oh Krishna, whole day we worked so hard to arrange the whole program like a festival for Maharaj and to invite him and all that. And then somehow, when the electricity was not there, this family went to Maharaj saying that, Maharaj, please forgive us, there is no power. And then Maharaj, again in his very spontaneous witty style, he said, don't worry, I'm not attached to power. So there's a okay. So once, there was another thing which, as one of the devotees they were mentioning, Prabhupada's Maharaj's pure representation of parampara. That is amazing. That how Maharaj, he's such an amazing representative of the parampara and such a pure representative of the parampara, and he carries Guru in his heart. In some years back in Pune, Shri Rama Prabhu and Mataji, Kishori Mataji, they had come, on, I think that was the Vyas Puja occasion only, and they were sharing some glories of Maharaj, some qualities of Maharaj and all that. And they were sharing that how often, whenever anybody would come to take any advice from Maharaj or any consultation from Maharaj, that, Maharaj, in this situation, what do you suggest we should be doing and all that, then many a times Maharaj, becomes very grave and contemplates and thinks, and then says that, I think that Prabhupada will be very happy if you do this. The Maharajis are always so conscious of what would please Prabhupada the most. We know how, the success in our life is basically to always remember Guru and to know that what would Guru expect me to do in this situation. Maharaj is always so conscious of that, right? One more thing, when we spent some time in Mira Road, in Mira Road, Bombay, and there, some of the devotees were sharing with us the, how Bhaktivedanta Hospital came to being, and all that. And they were telling, those initial founding doctors, they were telling that how, when they were searching for land for this hospital, and whenever they would go to Maharaj saying that, Maharaj, how about this land, how about that land, Maharaj would ask them a question that, okay, tell me from here, how much time will it take for devotees to come to temple every Sunday, to Chopadi temple every Sunday, so that is how Maharaj was instructing. And all those disciples, all those senior congregation who is there, they know it so clearly that how Maharaj wants the congregation to come every Sunday to temple, come together every Sunday to temple for their own nourishment. So Maharaj, in such an amazing way, with his interactions, with his casual interactions, Maharaj would give such deep and profound instructions at times. In fact, Murlidhar Prabhu, who's about to join, I'm refraining myself from introducing him right now because we would like to introduce him once both Prabhuji and Mataji are here. But, one thing which I heard about Prabhuji from one of the devotees in Pune is that, Prabhuji is a dentist by profession. He is in a dental field, and Maharaj would often jokingly say that, Prabhuji is transcendental, like that. So Maharaj, is very, very quick in, just like we know that there is this famous picture of Maharaj sitting on a rock, right? Maharaj is sitting on a rock in some kind of a river or something. And then so many devotees started taking photos. And Maharaj said, don't make me a rock star. Maharaj is so amazing in that. Okay, so I think we also have Anant Vallabh Prabhu here. I saw him briefly. Anant Vallabh Prabhu, you are there? Shri Gopinath Pram Prabhu are there. Of course, we are eager to hear your offerings, Prabhu, on 30th November as well. But if you all would like to share something right now in this current occasion, current moment, please feel free to share. If anybody
I'm
would
just
like.
driving. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji?
I'm just driving, Prabhu. Just give me a few minutes.
Okay, Prabhu. Okay, sure. Shri Gopinath Pran Prabhu, you have had such wonderful close association of Krishnanand Prabhu, and I'm sure also of Maharaj. You would like to hear some things from you? Any spontaneous things you would like to share?
As of now, I don't have. Thank you very much. But as
Okay,
of now, I
Prabhuji.
don't.
Okay. Sudhir Gopal Prabhu, you would like to share something?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
May not be an offering per se, but any spontaneous thing which you remember you would like to share for all of our benefit.
Yeah, so with the Lord's causeless mercy and the Maharaj's blessings, today morning also we had a small gathering where His Grace Ramchandra Prabhu was with us and really addressing, just some thoughts from that session. And what Prabhuji really mentioned is that how the spiritual master, our Guru Maharaj, how they really know everything, about us. So because most of the times we have that tiny doubt that uh, spiritual master, they really get in touch with hundreds and thousands of devotees. Do they really know their disciples? But then Prabhuji was sharing with so many their personal examples, interaction with so many devotees, that how spiritual master remembers, recognizes, the each and every emotions of the devotees. And especially, right, all of us know that how Maharaj, like you also mentioned earlier, how he has a lot of concern and care, for the devotees, especially, when the devotees are going through their final exam, their final moments. And Prabhuji reminded us of last year when our Sundari Mataji, she left, and somehow Maharaj got to know, and then Maharaj was in that Zoom call for 2.5 hours. Right? So though Maharaj, sometimes we think that, oh, Maharaj is so busy, whether he would give time for us or not. Maharaj is there, Mataji, actually for 2.5 hours, just preparing her, going back to Godhead. So, and there is so many instances Prabhuji was talking about, when he also informed about, his mother, that, okay, he just informed Balram Prabhu from Chicago, like where actually Maharaj stays, that just wanted to inform that, my mother is just going through the final moments, and would really like and just, you to inform Maharaj and pray for my mother. And he was just, Ramchandra Prabhu, he was about to pack everything so that, he wanted to come back to India, to take care of the things. And out of so many, logistics, right? He also got a call from Maharaj. I'm Radhanath Swami speaking. Ramchandra Prabhu, how are you? And he really spoke, so nicely, so caringly that yes, I'm really praying for you, not only for you, for your entire family, and also for your mother. And then, Ramchandra Prabhu was saying that, this is the kind of, the insurance that we have. Like once you do kind of an insurance in this material world, that insurance takes care of ourselves, right? Once you pay the premium. But once we do our devotional service, what happens? And our whole family, our mother, our father, all the generations, they are taken care. This is the mood of our Acharya, this is the mood of our spiritual master, who are always there and to shower their mercy on us with their so much of concern and care.
Yes. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah.
Somebody.
Can you hear me, Prabhuji?
Who's speaking? Oh, Murlidhar Prabhu?
Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Murlidhar Prabhu. Please accept.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Prabhuji. We
I'm
can hear
sorry.
you. Please accept our humble obeisances.
Very well. I'm sorry, Prabhuji. I was under the impression it's tomorrow. I did not know. I got a little disoriented. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Prabhuji, is it convenient for you? Is it convenient for you right now? Like, because we don't want to put you. Like, we don't want.
Yeah.
Okay.
एक मिनट सुधीर चेतन yeah voice कसं voice आवाज मला तुमचा जास्त yeah Prabhuji, can you hear me?
Once you are ready, you please let me know, because we would be okay. So you are ready? Okay. So Hare Krishna. So it's my great privilege and great fortune to welcome His Grace. Prabhuji, Mataji is not able to join?
She'll be joining now, Prabhuji. I gave her the link.
Okay. So it's our great privilege and our great fortune that we have His Grace Murlidhar Prabhu with us right now. And some of us may know, and some of us in Bangalore probably may not be knowing, but Prabhuji is like, just like sometimes, you see there is this Filmfare Awards, right? Filmfare Awards, or any, like, very big grand stage. And sometimes the who's who, or the role models or the heroes, they are invited on stage sometimes, who everybody knows. So Murlidhar Prabhu and Radharani Mataji are one of those kind of stalwart devotees from Chopati congregation. They are like among the founding members of the congregation, among the senior most congregation counselors. And it's my great fortune that I have been given this service of introducing them. So I'll very quickly take 2 minutes, Prabhuji, to quickly tell all devotees about you a little bit. So Murlidhar Prabhu and Radharani Mataji. So maybe Radharani Mataji I'll introduce once she's there. So Murlidhar Prabhu and Mataji, they are like among the senior most congregation counselors in Radha Gopinath temple. And they are practicing and preaching Krishna consciousness since more than 30 years. And as I was discussing earlier also, that Prabhuji is a dentist by profession. And Maharaj, in his humorous style, he would always say, Prabhuji is transcendental, because he is in the dental field. And Prabhuji has been the life and soul of the Barsana dental camp, just like we all are aware of this Barsana eye camp. Similarly, there is this Barsana dental camp, which is running for more than 20 years now. And some senior devotees in Pune, they were telling me that, initially it started with about 10 volunteers and doctors, and now it is like more than 200 or 300 doctors and volunteers. And this camp is running since more than 20 years. And Prabhuji is like the main lead and the main life and soul of this whole camp. And also Prabhuji, along with Radha Gopinath Prabhu, who is like the backbone of the Kolhapur congregation. Prabhuji has been nourishing the Kolhapur congregation, and recently we all know that the temple also got inaugurated there. And also because of his unique profession, Prabhuji gets to serve many senior disciples of Prabhupada, very, very closely, probably treating their maybe dental problems. And also I don't know how true is this, but I was told that Mayapur Nursing Dev's teeth, was also made by Prabhuji. I came to know. So and Maharaj, they are very, very close to Maharaj, and they have received a lot of personal association and guidance from Maharaj. In fact, Maharaj has named their entire family on Radharani's family's names. So Mataji is Radharani Mataji, and Mataji's parents are Vrishbhanu Prabhu and Kirtida Mataji. And if I'm not wrong, Prabhuji, please correct me. Mataji's brother is Sridama Sakha Prabhu, and I think something like that. So it's a very nice thing. And Prabhuji, we are very, very fortunate to have you here. Decades of experience in Krishna consciousness, more than 3 decades of experience in Krishna consciousness, a lot of association of Maharaj. And I was also told by some devotees that, Prabhuji and Mataji are very sought after, and they are very much invited in many Vyas Puja programs because of so much they have to share about Maharaj. So it is our immense fortune that we have Prabhuji with us here today. And I would request all devotees online to raise their hands and chant once Hare Krishna Mahamantra to welcome Prabhuji to our Sangha. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So, Prabhuji, this is our small group of disciples and aspiring disciples of Radhanath Maharaj in Bangalore. If you remember, of course, I mean 2010 when Maharaj's book launch was there, I very very graphically remember that you were also there. You had come. Of course, you would not know, as many of us, but Vrajanand Prabhu, who I'm very close to Vrajanand Prabhu in Pune, and that time Vrajanand Prabhu and Manjari Gopi Mataji, they were here in Pune. They were here in Bangalore, and they were sharing with me that time that they used to be your counselees and things like that. So that's how I very graphically remember you, and I remember crowding and surrounding you and asking several questions to you in that bungalow where Maharaj was staying for the book launch and all that. So so happy to welcome you, Prabhuji, to our gathering, and very eagerly looking forward to hearing from you about Maharaj. Hare Krishna. Please take over, Prabhuji.
Thank you. ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति सुभतान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरून् श्रीसुतापतिकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजना सहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवम् श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगणा ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च नमः ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते राधानाथ स्वामी नाम। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नाम। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणी। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
Prabhuji, I'm very, very sorry. Please forgive me for my this mistake. Actually, Mataji has also joined. If I can just take 2 more minutes and just quickly introduce Mataji as well. Yeah.
No problem.
So devotees, I'm very, very happy, privileged, and honored to also introduce Her Grace Radharani Mataji, good wife of His Grace Murlidhar Prabhu. And Mataji also, just like in Bhagavatam, it says that Amrish Maharaj and Amrish Maharaj's wife, wife was like equally competent and very much like Amrish Maharaj also. Similarly, Radharani Mataji, she is also, a stalwart in Krishna consciousness, one of the the earliest congregation members, personally trained and nourished by Maharaj. And both Prabhuji and Mataji have been guiding and taking care of so many devotees all over the world. In fact, Maharaj is a clinical psychologist and she's a marriage counselor. And she's also a part of the Grihastha Vision team. And she also, is a part of this Chetana Girls Youth Preaching team. And, I was in touch with Yugal Priya Mataji and some other Matajis in Pune, and they were not stopping sharing Radharani Mataji's glories. And we are so fortunate that Mataji is also here. And as I was just sharing that Mataji's family, Maharaj has given, it's like Radharani's family, father, mother, brother, everybody is like that. And also, Mataji has, she like, I think Mataji travels also. I'm not wrong. I'm not sure, but I know that she guides so many people all over the world, and she's an expert in these matters. And Mataji and Prabhuji, they have 3 daughters, and they did their schooling in Gopal's garden, and this is a very wonderful family whom so many are looking forward for shelter. Thank you very much, Radharani Mataji and Murlidhar Prabhu, for taking out time and sharing some glories about Maharaj with us. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Please take over.
Would you like to share, Haribol, first? You can start.
When I came to Krishna consciousness, I came in 1992. And at that time, we had the fortune of hearing from His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj. Almost every day he used to give classes. There were very few devotees, like I would say there were about 100 or so, 100 or odd devotees. So we used to go for Bhagavatam class every day. And so what happened once is that I was very tired because we used to get up very early in the morning and come to the temple. Even after marriage, we used to come for Mangalarti every day. And one day I was very tired. So in the Bhagavatam class, I was pinching myself, to keep awake. And I was standing up, sitting down again, standing, sitting. And after the class, Maharaj said, "Come and meet me." And I went to meet him and he said, I thought he's going to chastise me that, why were you not so attentive in the class? He asked me, how many hours are you sleeping at night? So what used to happen is joint family. By the time everybody ate, went to sleep, it used to be like almost 12 o'clock every day by the time we slept. And we would get up and go for Mangal Aarti. So naturally, I used to be very sleepy during the class. So he asked me, how many hours are you sleeping? I said, Maharaj, sometimes 3.5, 4.5 hours. So he made me open the Bhagavad Gita and read that verse. Which is that verse? About
Yukta
Yukta.
Vyas.
Yeah, Yukta Ahara, Yukta Vihara, that particular verse. That we should be balanced in our food, in our sleep, in our recreation. And then he said that we don't want rockets which come with a bang and then fizzle out. We want devotees who can consistently serve in Srila Prabhupada's mission, which means you have to take care of your health also. Then he gave me an instruction. That time we were both doing some seva in the temple. He said, after the Bhagavatam class, you should go and take rest for 1 hour. And after that, you can go for, take breakfast and go for your seva. You must ensure that you take rest. You must do Hatha yoga. You should do yoga every day for some time. So at that time, Radhakrishna Prabhu and Palika Mataji, they are still staying in the temple. He said, you should go to Palika Mataji's house. You should do some yoga. You should take rest and then go for your service, whatever you're doing. So he was always very concerned about all the devotees and so much care. And I remember once asking him, I said that, Maharaj, you have never chastised me. That at that time we used to use all this terminology in ISKCON. Now we don't use it so much, Bloop, So that word bloop comes from like if you put even an empty bottle under the water, you get that sound, bloop, when it goes down. So bloop is like when you are not able to follow your commitments in Krishna consciousness and you are sort of just there. So that's your bloop. So I went to him and I said that I am there since so many years, but you have never corrected me, you never chastised me, so don't be scared, Maharaj, that I will bloop if you chastise me. Please let me know if I'm doing anything wrong and I need to work on myself. So he said, he became very grave and he said that whatever I want to say to my disciples, I say that in my Bhagavatam classes when I'm sitting on the Vyasa. If the shoe fits, wear it. So what I speak in Bhagavatam are my personal instructions for my disciples. So many times devotees, they want personal instructions from the spiritual master. So what he is speaking in the Bhagavatam are the personal instructions for us. And if it applies to us, we should take them. And then he said, then he again became, it came to a light note. He started laughing. He said, but someday I may surprise you, which means someday I may chastise you. So that's a lesson I learned, that whenever he speaks, we should take that personally. And when he talks to us personally, we should take it, he is encouraging us. Because he will always appreciate and glorify devotees when he meets them. We should not take that very seriously. We should understand he is encouraging us. But what we are hearing in the classes, that we should take it very seriously and apply it in our lives. So, Muralidhar Prabhu, would you like to say something? The time when you are chosen as counselor, you can maybe share that. You can appointed as counselors. What happened?
I think Prabhuji's network got interrupted.
Okay. So I will start.
Yes, ma'am.
So when we were given that service of becoming counselors, we went to his room to get his blessings. So Murlidhar Prabhu went and offered obeisances. Both of us offered obeisances. But Prabhuji went close to Gurudev and offered obeisances. And he said, we just have come to take your blessings. He said that I have been appointed as a counselor. So he didn't say anything. And then he asked, do you know what it means to be a counselor? So Prabhuji again, Murlidhar Prabhu again said, no Maharaj, I have come to understand from you what it means to be a counselor. And again he offered obeisances. Now when he offered obeisances, Maharaj held his head down on the ground. He didn't let him raise his head. He held him by the shika and he pressed his head on the ground. That means his forehead is touching the ground. And he started rubbing his head on the floor. Like this, literally like this on the floor. And I'm just like observing from behind what's happening. And he said, do you know what it means to be a counselor? He says, no, Maharaj, you tell me. He says, it means now you are officially a servant of your counselees. And so he made it very clear that it's not some grand position that you are being given. Now, all this time also you are a servant. And now you'll continue to be a servant, only that now you're officially a servant. So don't forget that position. So that is something that I think he has stated time and time again, that the safest position is to be the servant of the servant. And that is what pleases Krishna the most. And he has said this many times jokingly in the lectures also, that we don't want to be boss, anubas. We want to be das, anudas. And the lower you are in that chain, the safer you are and the more you are pleasing Krishna. So he would always talk about this. Has Prabhuji connected again? GV, there are some. Yeah. Would you like to speak, Haribol?
Yeah, I can. Can you all hear me?
Yes,
Haribol,
Prabhuji.
can you? Yeah. Sorry, Prabhuji. Sorry for the inconvenience. Yeah. It has been noticed that Maharaj has always kept people over projects. It's never had happened anytime that the projects have come before people before the projects. When the Bhaktivedanta Hospital project was supposed to manifest, why it was done is that because there are so many doctors, who were graduated, all were specialists, and they did not have a place where they can practice their profession. So it so happened that a land was given to us, and on that land was given to us for free. And on that land, the Bhaktivedanta Hospital came up, started in 1998. And that's the time, the Bhaktivedanta Hospital came up. And obviously, there were many reactions at that time saying that Prabhupada never wanted to build a hospital. How can he build? But he continued on with his project of building the hospital, give shelter to the devotees, the doctors especially. So, their dharma was to continue their medical profession. And then this particular hospital came up because he wanted to give them that facility for performing their medical professions. People were in his own disciples were to be taken care of, and because of that, the hospital came up. Similarly, the Gopal's garden, it was not that he wanted to build a school, but so many children were born, and there felt a need for having a school for them, so that they can all be taught all the principles, the stories, or uh, celebrate different festivals, which the children at the young age can imbibe them, and then when they grow up, they can grow up with that consciousness. So the Gopal's Garden came up when after some time. So both the projects were because he wanted to give some facility for the doctors as well as for the devotee children. Rukmini Mataji, one of Srila Prabhupada's disciples, when she got admitted in the hospital some few years back, she was taken care of very nicely. And then that's the time she said, Maharaj, now I know why you are successful. You are successful because you have prioritized the devotees' concerns and needs over the projects. So this is one thing that we all need to know, that how Maharaj is concerned about each and every devotee in the congregation. And he always thinks about how to engage each and every of his disciples, so that they can practice Krishna consciousness. At the same time, they can perform the different services. So that's one of the role of a spiritual master also, and he's doing it very wonderfully. So this is what I'm going to share, one aspect of Maharaj's nature. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, in the first canto, it is mentioned that how when a society becomes successful, when is only when the 5 aspects or 5 groups are taken care of: the old people, the children, the cows, the ladies, and brahmanas. So Maharaj has imbibed this in his life at the what Radha Gopinath Mandir temple is taking care of all these aspects, and then at one particular event, it was also highlighted that because of this particular thing that you are taking care of, there are things taken care of for the things they are established for the children. There are some things which take care of the women. The brahmacharis are taken care of. The cows are taken care of. The Varishta Vaishnavas are taken care of. So that actually determines the success of our movement, you can say. So this principle also Maharaj has very much imbibed and percolated it in our consciousness also. That, you don't have to do anything, something big, but just take care of these aspects, just how to respect the women, give them their position and their space, how to take care of the children, how to take care of the Varishta Vaishnavas, and how to take care of the cows and the Brahmanas. For Varishta Vaishnava, because we don't have facility in Chopati, now in Govardhan Eco Village, he has facility where all the Varishta, there's a building which is going to come up for Varishta Vaishnavas. Not only that, all the brahmacharis' parents, they are being sheltered in Govardhan Eco Village because that's a place where he can do that. So cows, the brahmacharis, their parents, the Brahmana, the old people, and the children. So all these are taken care of. So in one of his offerings also, one devotee made a very wonderful emotional offering, saying that, Maharaj, yours is not a use and throw attitude. Normally, when the cow gives milk, it's taken care of. But if a cow stops giving milk, the cow is being sent to the slaughterhouse. You never do that. You have given us a space, even though somebody in the renounced order or in the brahmacharya ashram becomes older and is not able to be contributing or not being productive, but still you have given them the shelter and then allowed them to, spend their time in just being there and chanting. Because Maharaj is very grateful for what the services that each and every devotee, a temple inmate, has done. So he was, emotionally expressing that. He said, we now can be very much assured that, tomorrow, if we are, because you have done that, and I'm sure that, one thing which Maharaj has, when somebody asked him, said, Maharaj, what is your qualification? What are you? He said, I'm just a simple person, but I have one thing. He said, I have a genuine concern for all. I have a genuine concern for each and every one of you. So that particular statement of Maharaj is a hope giving for all of us. Second thing, he said that I never criticize anyone. I never judge anyone. Only once in my life I judged, and I judged him wrong. So since then, I have never judged anyone. So this is a very wonderful quality, and it's hope giving for us. Why? Because whenever we come in front of him, he will never judge us. He will never criticize, or he will not think ill about us. He'll always think, how can I serve him now? When somebody comes in front of him, his thought process is that, how can I serve this devotee right now? What can I do to inspire him? So this is what he is. And we are very fortunate to have such a person who is so much rooted in Srila Prabhupada's teachings, so much a strict follower of Srila Prabhupada, and day-to-day dealings is so much grounded in taking care of his disciples, engaging them, and taking care of the 5 aspects which is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam, the Shastra. Hare Krishna. Over to you, Radharan.
Hari Bol. Yeah. So what Prabhuji mentioned reminded me of another incident that Govind Prabhu had once mentioned. He said that once Maharaj asked that I haven't seen so and so devotee for a long time. How is he? So Govind Prabhu said that he has not been coming since quite some time, and he has stopped. He used to contribute, he used to donate. He has stopped doing that. So at that time, Maharaj said that if he has given even once, we should be eternally batting from both ends. Okay. Yeah. So if he has given even once, then we should be grateful eternally to him. So as Muladhar Prabhu said, it's not that like a cow, till the cow gives milk, you protect the cow, and when she stops giving milk, you send her to the slaughterhouse. And you continue taking care of her. So that is always been his mode of gratitude. In the journey home also he mentions that my mother taught me to say thank you. And another concept of if anyone gives you a gift, don't see the value of the gift. See the thought that is behind it. So it's the thought that counts, not the value of the gift that has been given. So learning to say thank you. And we experienced this time when we went to Kolhapur. We saw that Maharaj everywhere, at the airport, while getting into the bus to go to before boarding the plane. Even the person who is just checking the ticket, everywhere, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Not even one place he misses to appreciate the person. When I say airport, I remember another story which is slightly different. So he was going somewhere and he had his sannyas danda with him. And the guard stopped him. You cannot go in with this stick into the plane. And he said, but I have permission. So he said, where is the letter? I said, I've already submitted the letter and I've been given permission to take this stick. It's a sannyas danda. He said, no, but according to our security rules, we cannot allow. Sorry. So he went and again sat. The boarding had begun. He again went and sat. And then he must have called up somebody, or somebody must have contacted someone. So then the officer who was on duty, the main officer, who knew that this had been authorized, he came there and he accompanied Maharaj till that part where he has to board the plane. And he told the guard that he is a VIP passenger. Please allow him to board and go and sit. So now the guard became a bit scared. So he said, now, mera complaint jayega unko. Okay, this person, I told him, but he didn't allow me to go in. So he immediately came and he apologized. I'm so sorry. I didn't know who you are. And, he was very apologetic. So Maharaj immediately, just patted him and said, don't say sorry. I'm very, very grateful to you. Because of people like you, we know we are safe traveling. Right? Because you're following, so you following the rules is not wrong, right? He was doing his job. That you are doing your job very well. So we are safe because of you. So don't say sorry. So that is the quality of seeing the good in everyone and being grateful and appreciating everyone for even the smallest thing that they have done or even they have not done. But understanding that they are doing their duty. So he has a vision of the entire picture. It's not only about me, what happens to me, but seeing the entire picture, seeing from a different perspective and making that person feel good about themselves. So I think Prabhuji would like to speak something on that. Maharaj has spoken about this, that what is the meaning of Vaishnav Seva. So we have three principles that we say, right? Jive Doya, and then Vaishnav Seva, Name Ruchi, Jive Doya, and then Vaishnav Seva. So I think Prabhuji would like to talk about that. He loves to talk about that point. So I won't take it from him. Murlidhar Prabhu, are you there? Is he there? Okay.
Mute.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so till he joins, I'll talk about other points about being grateful. That even the smallest act done by anybody is received with great appreciation and with great gratitude. And that is the culture that he has created in Shri Radha Gopinath Mandir. And at least he applies these principles very, very seriously, sincerely in his own life. Gratitude. We see that so many senior Srila Prabhupada disciples come to our temple. He never fails to offer his respects. He never fails to offer hospitality and serve them in the best way possible. So he may have not interacted with them so much in the past, not know them also. Because he was in New Vrindavan for practically so many years, he hardly could meet anybody. But just the fact that they have surrendered their lives for Prabhupada is enough for him to touch their lotus feet and serve them to the best of his capacity. And we have witnessed that during the yatras. Right? The respect and the service, taking care of all the senior Prabhupada disciples and making them feel good, making them happy. I remember once we were in GV, we had our counselors meetings there. His Grace Bhurijan Prabhu and Her Grace, what is his wife's name? Bhurijan Prabhu and
Jagat.
Jagat Tarini Mataji, they were there. And they were speaking, it was like an Ishta Goshti, question answers happening. And Mataji was slightly, sitting on the chair, then shifting a little bit, then moving a little bit like this. So suddenly Maharaj got up, he picked up one pillow, and he went and put it behind her so that she can sit comfortably. He could have asked anybody to do it, but he chose to do it himself. Why? Because gratitude to them for their contribution in Srila Prabhupada's mission, also to show respect to women, right? To show care to a devotee. So by one act, he proves so many things. He sets an example for us. So when we say Acharya, one who shows by Acharan, he perfectly shows by his example how we should be dealing with other devotees in our own lives. So there are so many examples of this, of helping devotees and doing what needs to be done for other devotees, how to care for the devotees, being with Bhaktitit Maharaj when he was in his last stage, taking care of him and just being there for him. And he has done this for so many devotees, being there for them. Maybe sometimes it may be just a 2-3 minutes phone call talking to a devotee who is leaving the body and chanting the Hare Krishna mantra for them and connecting them to Shri Shri Radha Krishna. So in so many ways that gratitude has been shown. And in terms of etiquette also, very, very proper etiquette. He had the big Vyasasana made because he said that when my god brothers come, I don't want to be sitting and talking alone. So let me have a big Vyasasana where they can also sit. So others also, god brothers also would sit. Of course, now for some technical reason, it has been made small again. Maybe there was some pressure on the floor, or I don't know what is the reason. But he's always thinking about others. My mother used to do Hindi translation, Kirtida Mataji, in the lecture. At that time, there was no FM radio and frequency and all that. So she used to sit at the back. Somehow she used to catch hold of, there were very few chairs. So it was like musical chairs. You had to catch hold of some chair if you want to sit. And so she used to sit at the back. So one day she entered the temple hall and she saw that there are sofas at the back. If you have come to Radha Gopinath Mandir, you have those, what you call them, sofa or whatever. There for sitting, there's a arrangement made.
With
So
cushion.
with cushions. He came behind and he told her, I made this for you so that you can sit here and translate. I used to see you struggling to get a chair. You sit here and you can translate for the ladies. And when he would be sitting on the Vyasasana, from there he would ask her, can you hear? He said that was the test. If behind Kirtida Mataji can hear, that means sound system is working properly. And once he told her, he said the brahmacharis used to be very nervous waiting for your answer. Because if you said no, I would chastise them. Why it cannot be heard at the back? So he's always been that way, that taking care of the needs of the devotees, as Muralidhar Prabhu said. What are the different requirements? Whether it is for children, it is for Varishta Vaishnavas. So many new things have been, new processes or new services have been started to take care of the devotees. To the extent that when there was a team called in for crowd control during festivals. But when the discussion was happening with His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj, he said we should not say crowd control. We should say crowd care. We are setting up the rules or we are setting up the systems not to control the devotees, but to protect and take care of the devotees so that nobody gets hurt, so that there is no stampede. So again, setting the mood that we are not the controller. Even when we are doing the seva, we should be humble. We should not be very dominating or like holier than thou, like I'm better than you, that type of attitude should not be there. Always this point has been stressed time and time again. So many times devotees come to him saying that my parents are not allowing me to practice Krishna consciousness, or my parents are not allowing me to get married to a devotee boy, and I don't know what to do. So many times they come. And generally, he will always give one advice. You should always be grateful to your parents. So I would advise you that please, sir, respect your parents. Serve your parents very sincerely. Give them a lot of love. And you in turn, do your sadhana very strictly. Chant your rounds attentively. Pray to Krishna for whatever it is that you want to achieve. Pray sincerely. Have faith. Have patience. And whenever anybody has followed these instructions, that where you love, you serve, you respect your elders, you set a good example through your own sadhana, through your good behavior, by doing service at home. Others we want to do only in the temple, not at home. By serving at home, and then doing your sadhana very attentively, having that faith, praying to Krishna, having faith, utsaha, nishchaya, having dhairya, having patience. And the parents come around, they start chanting, they become devotees. In this way, entire families became devotees. So his viewpoint was not narrow, that now this person has to become devotee. Don't listen to your parents, tell lies, beg, borrow, steal, do whatever you want, get donations for the temple. No, it was never like that. It was that we don't want only one person to come. We want the entire family to become devotees. If we are fanatic, if we do some wrong things, then the families will not become devotees. They will become anti-ISKCON. So how our behavior should be if we want our entire family to become devotees? By showing gratitude, by being respectful. So that has been the common theme. So since Muralidhar Prabhu is back, Muralidhar Prabhu, I was just mentioning how you speak normally about these 3 points. The Nami Ruchi, Jivedaya and Vaishnav Seva. What was Maharaj's definition of Vaishnav Seva? I didn't speak about it because waiting for you to come.
Now speak about, since you brought this topic about Vaishnava Seva, all of us know what is the definition of Vaishnava Seva. Vaishnava Seva means serving Vaishnavas, right? It can be a physical service. It can be probably whatever the person needs, like, anything. The deeper definition of Vaishnava Seva, what it gave is that trying to serve others in a way that will bring a smile on somebody else's face. In other words, we do serve a Vaishnava in such a way that that person becomes happy. So if I can bring a smile on somebody else's face by my attitude, it can be maybe a personal service, it can be like maybe a service which the person really is needy of. If I do that, then by that action,
Hare Krishna.
We have lost Prabhuji. I think the connection is not very good at GV, it seems.
Yeah.
You can ask him to be without video so that at least whatever bandwidth is available can be used for audio.
Hari Bol, you can switch off your video and just speak. Then maybe it will be easier. If you put on the camera, then I think it gets, it lags. Are you able to hear me?
and it
Okay. Anyway, till he comes.
I've seen Maharaj
Yes, come.
from different instances at different, you know, uh, uh, you can say different occasions where Maharaj has done that, has done that. He may not be well, but just to inspire somebody else, just to please somebody else, he has, taken a lot of austerity, you know, especially if you ask me, my mother-in-law, she was on the bed for many weeks and months, and she would have left her body anytime. And she just had a desire to meet Maharaj. Maharaj was not well. He actually had come to meet her by sleeping on the backside of the car. And he was literally not able to walk also. But then he spent about an hour with my mother-in-law. And then while going back also, again, as soon as he got in the car, he so became horizontal and then slept off in the back of the car. And then they saw that, they left the house. And the next day, my mother-in-law left her body. So like that, he's ready to, uh, take up any austerity if it can just bring that smile or please that particular Vaishnava. So as God brothers, God sisters, we need to also imbibe this particular mood that if I can do some austerity, if it is necessary to just some or the other, bring some happiness or bring some pleasure in somebody else's life, then I would do that. I take that particular tapasya, I do that tapasya to do. So this is one thing that we all can, observe in Maharaj's life. One instance which I can speak to you or share with you is that, I was introducing some devotees who got initiated, and I just was with him. And as I introduced all those devotees who had just got recently initiated, I just told them, Maharaj, uh, I told them that now they have got initiated, now they are representing yourself, representing ISKCON, representing Srila Prabhupada. So they are no longer XYZ, but they are an identity which represents you and Srila Prabhupada and the movements. So I just told them, Maharaj, that try to do something in your life which will bring glory to your spiritual master and Srila Prabhupada. Please try to do something which will bring glory to your spiritual master. Please hear this carefully. I said, please do some activities which will glory to the spiritual master. Don't do any such activities which will bring disgrace to your spiritual master, or don't do any which will be very embarrassing for your spiritual master. And if at all, if you are not able to do anything which will bring glory to your spiritual master, at least become neutral. In a sense, just be happy. Just be happy, chanting, that's fine. So, but don't bring disgrace. He just looked at me and became very serious, and then looked at me and said, that's all. Very gravely said, that's all. So that's actually is the essence, sums up the way Maharaj said that that's all. Means nothing else is needed. This is what is needed for a disciple to do. That a disciple does some activities which will bring glory and not do anything which will bring disgrace. So this is one lesson that we all can learn, that we all can do our bit. If it is possible for us from our side to do something, we can become a small screw in a clock. We can become maybe a small part in that big machine and do our bit. And the final, you know, analysis just see that, ultimately, Gurudev, Srila Prabhupada, our movement gets the glory. I need not get the glory, but if my spiritual master gets the glory, if Srila Prabhupada gets the glory, then that's what I would like to do. So this is what he actually, uh, you know, expressed at that time. It became very serious, and then he said, "That's all." You know. So what I wanted to share. Yeah. Anything, Radharani, you want to say?
Yeah. So when we talk about not bringing disgrace, 1 minute, just put on. I was recently hearing a lecture by a devotee called Hari Parshad Prabhu. He was talking about the Damodar Leela, and he gave a purport by and you can say Acharya or a saint in the Varkari Sampradaya. He actually had a darshan of Lord Krishna, in which Krishna told him that a lot of things are written about me in the 10th canto, especially my childhood pastimes. But why I did those things are not explained. Like I broke the pot, I stole butter, I did so many things, right? But my part of it is not explained, why I did it. So you should give all that explanations to the world. I will reveal to you and you can give it. So this devotee, his name was Hari. And because he was so learned, and he wrote some 4,800 shlokas describing all these things that the Lord wanted him to reveal. Anyway, in that many points from Damodar Ashtakam were explained. So one point that he makes is that Krishna thought at that point, because he was so intelligent and he had so much knowledge, very learned, he was given the title of Suri. Suri means one who is very intelligent or very knowledgeable. So he got the name Hari Suri, and Srila Prabhupada named one of his disciples. But instead of Hari Suri, it became Hari Sauri. Yeah, but that name is after this particular devotee, Hari Suri, who had darshan of the Lord in his life when he was alive. So the Lord told him that you are coming back to me in this lifetime, but before you come back to me, you have to do this service. So he has explained very beautifully all those verses. And one of the verses is like that when Yashoda Maya got angry with Krishna, he ran away in fear, right? And he did not look at her. He could look everywhere, but he didn't look at her. So Krishna thinks at that time that all the sages, all the sadhus, they say that anybody who chants my name or who thinks about me, they become free from the anarthas, kam, krodh, lobh, moh, matsar, mada, right? But here my own mother, she is with me all the time. She is next to me and she is getting angry. So what does that say? It means that what the sadhus are saying about me is not true. So she's actually, my name is getting spoiled over here because she is angry in my presence, right? She is supposed to be free from all these anarthas when she is near me. So when he was saying this, I was just thinking that this is so relevant for us, that if Krishna thinks like this, that, my mother is spoiling my name, she's calling me a butter thief and God knows what all, and what people will think about me in the future, right? So imagine when we as disciples, if we don't behave properly, we are also spoiling the name of our guru, we are spoiling the name of our gurus and the entire sampradaya or the temple or institution that we belong to. I remember once, many years back, when 10th canto was going on that time, that was also in 92, 93. And the discussion about Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha was going on. That how did they become Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha? The story of Jai Vijay came up in Srimad Bhagavatam. So we were at that point where the four Kumaras have come. They have already cursed Jai and Vijay, and Narayan has come out. He's come out and he is begging forgiveness from the four Kumaras for the offense committed by his servants, Jai and Vijay. And the four Kumaras are equally apologetic. They're saying, we are so sorry. We didn't think what we are doing. We cursed your servants. You'll be bereft of your servants because they'll have to go down because of our curse. So the Lord says, no, you don't say sorry. I am sorry for their behavior. And he says a very important point there. He says, when a servant commits a mistake, the master will be held responsible for that. And at that time, His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj had spoken about this, and he had said, similarly, if a disciple commits a mistake, the Guru will be considered responsible for that. So it is such a big responsibility on us that we understand what is the Guru's mood and live that way. He said this once. Once he was very, very grave. We were having a Vyas Puja. It was a private Vyas Puja. All the counselors were there. And he was very grave on that day. And he said, who is a disciple? Is a disciple one who feeds the Guru till he becomes sick? Or a disciple is one who puts so many garlands on the Guru's body that he becomes uncomfortable? Or he makes him go for so many programs that he gets tired? Who is a disciple? He said, a disciple is one who understands the Guru's mood, the Guru's needs, and imbibes that mood and follows in the footsteps of the Guru and assists the Guru to assist his spiritual master. That is a disciple. So to understand what is the Guru's mood and what is our Guru's mood, our Guru's mood has always been one of tolerance, humility, compassion, gratitude. All these are the qualities that he has and which he wants us to imbibe. The stories that he tells us also show those qualities. Where he has learned these different qualities from also. Of course, they are innate in his personality, but he chooses to glorify other devotees also who have embodied such qualities. The story of Radha Gopijan Vallabh in our temple, why they were named that after that pastime of Gopijan Vallabh, and who was that? Girit, not Girdhar, what was his name?
Ghanshyam Baba.
Ghanshyam Baba. That Ghanshyam Baba was staying in a particular small little place in Vrindavan, and Radhanath, His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj was sleeping there. It was very cold. He was sleeping on the bare floor. And suddenly he felt warm. He saw that Ghanshyam Babaji had put a blanket on him. And he realized that Ghanshyam Babaji didn't have another blanket. So he picked it up and he put it on Ghanshyam Babaji. And then there was like a passing the parcel game. It happened many times. He put it on him, and then Ghanshyam Babaji became very serious. He said, don't do this. This is my service. That please understand that I am Gopijan Vallabh's servant and you are Gopijan Vallabh's guest. So I need to serve you. So please don't deprive me of this service. So he would always quote this story and say that this is the mood that we should have in our temple. That when anyone comes to our temple, we should always have the mood that we are the servant and they are the guest and we should take care of them nicely. So I always quote this when I'm talking to devotees that, say if we are standing for darshan, let's say right in front, and someone from behind is pushing us, don't turn behind them and give them a dirty look. Think that, oh, they are so eager for Gopinath's darshan. Move aside and let them take darshan. Now, how do we know Gopinath wants to see us anyway? We are assuming that Gopinath is happy to see us. We don't even know that. Let others come and take darshan. We don't need to stand there from beginning to end. For all you know, Gopinath is thinking, move aside, dusro ko bhi dekhna hai, you know. So that is Maharaj's mode, that our mode should always be one of service and humble service. So he gives another example. He said once in one lecture that imagine you're sitting in your car and your car is stopped at a signal, and a beggar comes and he knocks on the window and he says Maharaj's favorite word, bakshish, bakshish, you know. And then you roll down the window and you try to give him some money. He says, no, no, bakshish, bakshish, seva, seva. Give me some service. I want to do some seva. So he said, this is why Krishna consciousness is revolutionary. Why it is so different. Where we are begging for service and we get that service, we are grateful for it. And he spoke about this in depth at one in GV once during one Vyas Puja ceremony. He said a very beautiful point. He said that there is a line between being responsible and possessive while doing service. Right? On one hand, we have to think this is my service so that we can be responsible about that service. But not thinking that it is my service from a possessive point of view. So he said, for someone to really put his heart into something, he must have the feeling that this is my responsibility. Right? But material possessiveness is very, very dangerous. Right? So when our spiritual master gives us a service, in fact, any service we get is by the mercy of the spiritual master and Krishna. So we don't own that service. The spiritual master owns that service, and out of his great mercy, even though we are not qualified, he gives us an opportunity to do that service. That should be our mode. So he says that we should be completely conscious that it's Krishna's property. So we are doing it as a service. We are not the proprietor. We make advancement by taking responsibility, but at every minute we remember that we are not the proprietor. How do we know that we are in this mode, that we are not the proprietor? That when we are asked to give it up, when we are asked to leave it, we are able to do it without getting angry, without getting upset with anybody, without blaming anybody, right? If you're asked by your authorities to do something else immediately, you are willing to give it up and do something else and own that service. If you're asked to do a different service every single day, you are willing to give it up and do it because nothing is yours except the right to serve. So we should not have egoistic possessiveness that this is mine. So all that is mine is the opportunity to serve and the responsibility to serve. Srila Prabhupada said to Krishna that let me be your puppet. So if you wish, make me dance. So we want to become a puppet in Srila Prabhupada and Guru's hands. And whatever instructions we are given, we want to do that. Right? So he gave the example of Chitraketu, that when he was cursed to become a demon. He laughed. He had not committed any offense against Shiva. He laughed. Because he had that connection with Shivji. He had that relationship with Shiva. But Parvati misunderstood, cursed him. But Chitraketu did not get angry. He accepted that also as a service. He took on that body of a demon, of Vritasur, and did that service perfectly. Till the end. He even explained to Indra how he could kill Vritasur. So he gave that example of Vritasur, that how he was willing to do that service also. And that is the meaning of seva. That whatever we are asked to do, we can do that. So even in front of Krishna, Guru and the Vaishnavas, we should always remember that we are not qualified, but it is their mercy that they are giving us an opportunity to serve. At least I always feel that actually Krishna should have kicked us out by now. But he is so merciful, he gives one more chance. One more chance. He gives one more chance to chant attentively. He gives one more chance to not commit Vaishnava aparadh. Again and again giving us services, giving us the association of devotees, in spite of us being negligent sometimes, being inattentive sometimes, being offensive sometimes, still we are given those opportunities again and again. So we should be grateful that we are getting these services. Even smallest chance, if we get, we should try to serve in whatever way possible. Sometimes letting go of a service and allowing somebody else to do it is also service. I remember my mother, she asked Maharaj when she was detected with cancer and then it had spread in the whole body. And she was told by the palliative care team that now she asked how much time to have. They said 2 or 3 months. So then she said, okay, fine. And she was mentally preparing herself, went to Vrindavan, went to Manipur, preparing herself. So then when she met Maharaj, she said that I am feeling very guilty, Maharaj. He said, why are you feeling guilty? He said, I was told that I will live for 2 or 3 months. And because of that, all devotees are coming, bringing prasad for me, coming and serving me. And I'm still alive. I'm just taking their service. I'm still alive. And I'm not able to do anything for them. So he said, you don't have to be guilty because you're alive. We are happy that you are alive. And he said, all these years you have been serving all these devotees. You have been translating for them. You have been cooking, serving devotees prasadam. Now, it is your service to accept their service. That is also a service. So sometimes giving up your service and allowing others to serve also becomes your service. So that is his mode, that whatever opportunity we get, even if we get a chance to accept somebody's service, that is also a service. And we should be grateful to them for that also, for whatever they are doing for you. We should express our appreciation. This thing about appreciating devotees, which we started, this is taught in professional courses outside. Heal Your Life by Louis Hayes. There is what is called as positive affirmation bath. You take one person, make them sit on a chair, surround them 8 to 10 people, and everyone speaks one good quality about them. And then they become emotional, they cry, and they feel very happy. We are being bathed every day in ISKCON, right? Devotees are offering obeisance to each other, appreciating each other. If we are not being appreciated, somebody is being appreciated every day. The entire Samsar Dava prayers are prayers of gratitude to the spiritual master, then gratitude to Narsim Dev, then gratitude to Tulsi Maharani, then again to the holy name, then again to Guru Maharaj during Guru Puja, to Prabhupada during Guru Puja. So the whole, if we are just attentive and mindful, we will realize that everything we are doing is nothing but gratitude. But if we put our mind into it, into our heart into it, then we will actually have that consciousness of gratitude. And when we are grateful, then we become humble. When we realize that I don't deserve what I'm getting it, then we can be humble. If we are humble, then we can be tolerant. If we are tolerant, humble and grateful, we can be compassionate and then serve in the mode that Mahaprabhu wanted us to serve, Srila Prabhupada wanted us to serve, the mode that Guru Maharaj wants us to have. I know it's easier said than done. There would be times when we are not able to follow this, but at least if we are conscious about it, then someday maybe we'll achieve that quality, maybe we'll achieve that consciousness. Right now, we may be doing it superficially, artificially, but eventually we want to internalize that quality of Vaishnav Seva, of Samabhav, of giving respect to everyone, no matter who he is. Because we say that, Vidya Vinay Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastini, Shuni Cheva Svapakecha Pandita Samadashini. So that is what he is trying to teach us, that we should respect everybody. He was respectful and grateful to that guard who stopped him from going inside the airplane. So that way, showing us by his example that we need to be respectful to everyone. It is not depending on what is the hierarchy, what is their position, whether they are rich, they are poor, they have got some big name, fame. No, it doesn't matter. He's a human being. He has Krishna within his heart. So to please to actually do some seva for everybody in some small way. I remember once he was called to inaugurate a coffee shop. What is that? Starbucks coffee in the US. And then he was offered a cup of coffee. He could have said, in ISKCON, we follow these principles. We don't take anything that is, intoxicating, or we don't drink tea and coffee. So he said, actually, I don't take coffee, but if I ever drink coffee, I will drink Starbucks. And they became so happy. So how by using our words, by using kind words, by being thoughtful when we speak, we can convey the message without hurting somebody, and not just not hurting, but actually pleasing somebody, so that they become favorable towards Krishna consciousness. So that is an art that we can learn from him. And that art will come when we are genuinely concerned about everybody whom we are dealing with. That they are all Gopinath's guests, even if they may be outside, even if they may not be in the temple. But they are to be guests in the future, right? So that is something that I'm very touched by his attitude towards anybody and everybody. Nobody is high or low. Everybody is important.
Braj Gopika Mataji, how much time do we have, or are we over the time?
Can you please?
Arival?
Hare Krishna. So, Sudhir Gopal Prabhu, how are we doing with time?
It's already 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
If you'd like, you can say a couple of minutes, Prabhuji. Want to hear from you?
How much time we have? I can speak for another 2 hours also.
Prabhuji, you can probably conclude, Muralidhar Prabhu, you can probably conclude by speaking
Okay.
like 1 or 2 more points, Prabhuji.
Okay. So 2 more points only I'll take.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So, incident took place about few years back when Gurudev was in South for his Ayurvedic treatment. And it was a very, intense treatment schedule that he had. And 2 of our god brothers went there to take care of him. So one of them was Gaurang Prabhu. So a phone call came over there, one congregation member called up, and Gaurang Prabhu picked up the phone and he said, "What is the thing?" He said, "Prabhuji, we wanted a name for our child." So, that time the trend was that any child is born, we just approach Gurudev and then we would give the names. So he felt that he should not be disturbed. Maharaj should not be disturbed. So he said, "Okay, inka naam ye, le lo." No, he just himself gave the name. And that person accepted that. So after some time, the report was given to Maharaj, who all had called up. So this particular uh, thing was mentioned that Maharaj, this devotee had called up and he wanted a name. He said, "Oh, really? So what happened then?" He said, "Maharaj, I gave the name and I didn't want to disturb you. So I just gave him one name." So Maharaj just looked at him and he said that, giving names, I don't feel anything. I don't mind giving names to the deities. I don't mind giving name for any child being born. That doesn't give me any strain, or it is not at all anything. It's like a burden for me. But when devotees fight, when devotees don't cooperate with each other, or devotees are not in good relation with each other, he says that gives me a lot of anxiety. That makes me fall sick. So this was something very serious. Maharaj said that brings me anxiety. So this statement makes us understand how serious it is, how much we have to be little extra cautious about not, spoiling the relation with each other. Sometimes it may be necessary for us to take a step down just so that the relationship can maintain. We should do that, you know. So once Maharaj said that Vaishnavism doesn't mean whether you are right or wrong. Vaishnavism means I will take a step down because I value the relationship more than being right or wrong. I repeat again, Vaishnavism is nothing but I, if necessary, may take a step down if that, is going to improve the relation between two Vaishnavas rather than, even though I may be right, but I'll still take that step down just so that the relationship is there. So it's not between right and wrong. So this is what he mentioned. So this is what we all should make a point. And whenever there are issues are there, if the issues reach Maharaj, then it just brings him lots of anxiety. But if there is a nice, healthy environment, and then you give him good news that everything is going on nicely in Bangalore, everything is going nicely here, then it feels very nice. So to conclude, I just give you maybe 5 minutes. Maharaj always speaks about Trinadapi Sunichena Taroriva Saishna Namanina Manadina Kirtanya Sadari. Maharaj actually lives that in his life. I'll give you example for 3 of them. Trinadapi Taroriva Saishna Amanina Manadina. Trinadapi Sunichena, Maharaj, one of the Kartik Yatras many years back, after the Damodar Ashtakam, he just sang a very ecstatic, he did a very ecstatic kirtan. Everyone was dancing, jumping, sweating out. And after 1 hour of kirtan, then he went to meet Aindra Prabhu. And when Aindra Prabhu met him, because they share a wonderful relation, Aindra Prabhu told Maharaj, I said, Maharaj, what did you sing? You sang completely out of tune. सब बेसुर गाया आपने. You sang completely out of tune. What did you sing? You did not sing in a proper tune. Now just imagine, if I was in his place, I would have said, hey, so many people danced in my kirtan and so many people were glorifying, they were sweating out. Maharaj just fell at his feet and he said, please teach me how to sing. I want to sing in the right way. So unless until you have that humility in your heart, you cannot accept that. If you have some ego, then it will hurt you. It's like a boil on your hand. It will hurt you if you touch that. But because he has no such ego, always thinking himself to be, lower than anyone, that's how he could take it. Trinadapi Sunichana. Tarori was Sahishnava. Once there was a construction which took place, and all that, floor, the wooden floor had to be changed. And then a new teakwood flooring was supposed to be done. And because of it, the temple was closed for 7 days. While this was going on, we had program somewhere else. When at the end of the whole construction, we again came back. The biggest mistake the architect did was that we had to put some layers of plywood underneath those teakwood flooring, which he forgot. And when the matter reached to Maharaj, he just kept quiet. He just did not say anything. He did not blurt out. The architect, the constructor was there in front of him. Maharaj just looked at him. He was looking at Maharaj and he was thinking that now I'll be fired now. Because everything is done now. Flooring, everything is done. But underneath the flooring, that plywood was supposed to put some little thickness of plywood. Maharaj just looked at him. And after a long time, when he was looking at him in his eyes, he just smiled. He said, tell me how much time it will take for you to do it again. The Maharaj, within 3-4 days, I'll do it. do it fast. Then he just gave a smile. He said, just go ahead. Yeah, you do it. So this was such a provoking situation, but Maharaj just, used that situation and just absorbed that. He was so tolerant. And giving respect to others. Once he was being driven to some place in America, and there was nice music which was going on, and Kirtan started, and he was a fan of Swarup Damodar Prabhu. So he said, Maharaj, I hear his Kirtans every time. He happens to be from Bombay. Do you know him, Maharaj? So Maharaj said, yeah, I know him. Now, he did not say that he's my disciple, this, that humility showed. But then he said, yes, I know him. He happens to be from Radha Gopinath Mandir, and he started glorifying. He did not take any glory for himself. Amanina. He did not take any respect for himself or glory for himself. But Manadena, he just gave all glories to this particular devotee. Started glorifying him a lot. He didn't say that he's my disciple, like that. He just glorified. So such a person who has humility, who has tolerance, expecting no respect for himself and giving all respect to others, only that person can be completely absorbed in chanting the holy names of Krishna. That is why if you see Maharaj, whenever he chants the holy name, the taste is there in the holy names. So we can learn some of these things, try to imbibe in our lives in whatever best possible we can. Hare Krishna. Thank you for allowing us to serve you all in some way.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Muralidhar Prabhu and Radharani Mataji, for such amazing, heartfelt, once you started speaking, it just started flowing like nectar one after the other. And it is only our inability to be able to continue to hear from you. But it was really, really amazing. Thank you, Prabhuji Mataji. I would request Vraj Gopika Mataji and Venkat going through to kindly thank Prabhuji and Mataji and then probably conclude.
We thank you, Prabhuji. At such short notice, you and Mataji have agreed to come. Upon first request, only you said you will come. We are thanking you so much for this. It was really wonderful because whatever we have seen of Maharaj, you have actually put it in an hour's glorification. We have heard his lectures. We have whatever values we have heard from him. We have just concisely put in 1 hour's talk. It was very nice. You have imbibed the mood of Maharaj, I think.
And we have seen you put it into practice, Mataji and Prabhuji.
Please.
Thank you.
We would like to thank once again both Muralidhar Prabhu and Radharani Mataji for very nectarian narrations of their interactions with Maharaj. And some of the salient points I would like to mention, which I have noted down, are the Vaishnav Seva, serving the parents, do some activities which will glorify ISKCON, Prabhupada and Maharaj. Don't do something different which will bring disgrace to Maharaj or Prabhupada. So we have to be extremely careful in dealing with others. May not be devotees alone, even in the outside world, because whenever we react to a situation adversely, which is not very coherent with the principles of ISKCON or our acharyas, so we have to be extremely careful, not only with devotees, from even outsiders also. And you also narrated the stories of Ghanshyam Badas Babaji Maharaj with Gopivad Janavallabha temple, which was very, very heart-touching in terms of the care which Maharaj exhibits in dealing with his god brothers and even the Vrajavasis and all that. And one of the important aspect which Maharaj exhibits, which was narrated by you, about gratitude. And when you are grateful, you can be humble. And when you are humble, you can be tolerant. And when you are tolerant, actually you can serve the Vaishnavas and also chant the holy name as recommended by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That was the important aspect of of a devotee. And we have to be extremely thoughtful while we are speaking. And also you narrated the three incidences which will depict the Trinadapi Sunichana principle. So we have a lot of points to ponder upon and imbibe in our life, for which we are extremely grateful to you to bring about these points in this short period. Of course, we are limited by time. Otherwise, we would have continued for a little more time. And we are on behalf of all the devotees of ISKCON in Bangalore, from all the centers in Bangalore, we would like to express our heartfelt gratitude and thanks to both of you. And we request you to visit Bangalore sometime so that we can have more of your personal association rather than Zoom association. So thank you very, very much, and please take care. Hare Krishna.
Let us Hare Krishna Mahamantra once.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama.
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Param Puja Radhanath Swami Maharaj ki
Jai.
Jai.
Vancha kalpatarubhescha kripa sindhubheva cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo namo.
Namo.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Thank you, Prabhuji, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Vyasa Prabhu. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank
So
you
I
all.
think,
Hare.
We
so I
also
think we will be concluding our online Vyas Puja celebrations now. So, Sudhir Gopal Prabhu, any last minute announcements or something? Maybe next week you have to announce about Chetan Chand Prabhu's visit or something.
Yes, Fauzi. So yes, today we had a kind of appetizer from Muralidhar Prabhu and Radharani Mataji, and we'll have
This was a feast. This was a feast, Prabhu. This was a feast.
yeah, still, I think a lot of devotees have a lot of appetite just after getting this appetizer.
Yeah, if you're having Chaitanya
Charan
Charan.
Prabhu.
Charan Prabhu, that's going to be a chappan book.
but this appetizer is more tastier than any other chapan.
It increased our appetite to take more. Thank you,
Haribol.
Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, next Saturday we'll have this face-to-face program in our Sri Narsimha Giridhari Mandir. It starts at 9:30, and of course it will go on till 1:30. So we request the devotees to please come forward, and as Prabhuji Mataji very beautifully said, yes, it's a great opportunity to serve the devotees, to please Guru Maharaj. So the seva starting from early in the morning, from vegetable cutting and prasadam serving, and then winding up seva, and most importantly, yes, just being enthusiastically being present and just imbibe the mood of Maharaj so that we can just hear, we can really listen, and we can really introspect, and we can really, think about it, and really how we can really apply those principles in our life, right? So that it can really be pleasing to Guru Maharaj. So that's the only thought. So once again, I would really like to thank Venkat Govind Prabhu and Gopika Mataji for talking to our Muralidhar Prabhu and Radharani Mataji and really inviting them. So thank you, Prabhuji Mataji. And thank you very much, Vyasacharya Prabhu, for adding so many, putting so many icing on the cake, right? Like with the wonderful devotees narrations, you really
Thank
compelled
you.
me.
Thank you for giving opportunity to serve, Prabhu. Haribol.
Thank
We
you.
would like
Hare
to
Krishna.
thank all the participant devotees also
Oh,
for
yes.
their valuable time and being patient and increasing our enthusiasm to hear from the speakers.
Yes.
And we still have 52 participants, which is a very good number even after, I think, 6 o'clock sharp we started. So it's like 3 hours, 20 minutes, and we still have 52. Haribol.
Yes, sir. I'd really thank all the devotees. Thank you very much.
His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj, Vyas Puja Maha Mahotsav ki jai.
Jai.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you also to our host, Siddharth Prabhu and Deepak Prabhu, Manish Prabhu for taking care of the Zoom and YouTube. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We just now pause it now. You can Siddharth Prabhu, you can stop the
Yes,
recording.
Prabhuji.